You got Peak Cake Island.
You're right, Tyler.
What do you mean by that? Peak Cake Island? You talking about Devin, bro?
I'm talking about whole cake, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about my whole cake.
Yeah, your whole cake.
Hey, yo.
Welcome to this episode of the JOWFE podcast. Today I'm joined with Devin and Tyler today. No Eduardo.
So,
You can all cheer.
Oh.
we finally got rid of him.
Yeah, the least important host is gone finally.
We heard you. You wanted him gone.
We got rid of him.
We listen to our fans.
Trust me. Just know, and like with a couple episodes, just remember you guys don't like Eduardo. Remember that.
Hey, keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
Keep it fresh.
That's just foreshadowing. Remember, we're foreshadowing, guys. Remember that from episode 38 or something?
Oda who?
That's what we do. We foreshadow.
True.
Have you seen that? Or like, if you like fold paper 42 times, it takes you to the moon.
Yeah.
Takes you to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did it take you to the moon? Because like it stacks.
Yeah, it's exponential.
Because if you can theoretically fold a paper 42 times, it would go to the moon.
It's doing a lot more than getting you to the moon. It's gotta be like harder than steel. Shit, that'd be crazy.
But yeah, it's getting you to the moon though.
Yeah.
Did you try it?
Are crazy.
I don't know how I even do that.
Well,
after like a sixth fold, I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Well, you'd have to get a giant paper.
Oh yeah, true.
Well,
you
on
can get like a paper
Mythbusters-
like football field size.
Mythbusters try because it's like you can't fold a piece of paper 8 times.
Yeah.
And well, like
you can't, like you physically just cannot.
it gets, if you have a regular sheet of paper, it gets so small and so hard that you can't bend it with your hands.
Yeah, you can use a machine though.
But what they did is that they had I forget the exact dimensions, but I'm just gonna like throw a ballpark out there. It was like a 50 by 40 foot piece of paper, so it was like a big piece of paper, and they would fold it, and they got a steamroller, and they rolled over it to flatten it, and they did it, and they actually barely got it to 8, and then they steamrolled it, so that they got 8. But it's like it took all like the amount of size it took to get it. They had to like tape a bunch of papers to. I think they taped it. They glued it. They did something so it's like a big piece of paper, right? And they had to use a full steamroller.
Like if you got a piece of paper like the size of a football field, how many times do you think that would fold?
Like just with my hands?
No, just like in general. Say like we could just like grow big enough to where it's like we could just fold it.
Okay,
I
so
think the golden
one would make it 55. 2 would make it a little more, say 25.
I mean, the golden rule will always be 8 though. You can't fold a piece of paper more than 8 times.
No matter how big it is?
I think so. Ain't that right?
Typically, yeah. Well, it also depends on the type of paper too, because like I can't take like a piece of printer paper and fold it 8 or 7 times, but I can get like receipt paper because it's so thin. I can fold it 7 times.
True.
Okay.
So it also depends on the type of paper.
But not base paper, just
I think
I
there's, like,
guess
there's
because
probably-
it's bigger, but like you're still folding it in half regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like I forget what it's still exponential, but it's like there's a word for it when it's like instead of increasing, it decreases.
Yeah.
So it's like a fraction exponential.
It's like even if you do fold it 42 times, it's like minuscule size. You have to be like writing it while it's getting folded, and then you go all the way to the moon.
Yeah.
yeah.
But exponential. I remember watching this podcast on TikTok, and they were talking about that, and this guy was like, "No," and then he's like, "Yeah, 42 times the moon," and then he like was like, okay, "Fold it." He was like, "Okay, so it's this big," and then. And he was like trying to like think about it. I'm like, bro, you're not gonna do that 48 times.
You're not gonna grasp it.
Like,
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Just know that it's an exponential. It doubles. Exponentials are nutty. They're actually crazy. That's why like we were watching Lord of the Ring or The Hobbit last night. And they said in a Jiffy. Do you know how long a Jiffy is?
Is a Jiffy actually like a measurement of time?
Yes.
I thought it was just like people just said, "I'll be there in a jiffy."
I forget the exact exponential number, but it's like 3 times 10 to the negative 23rd second.
Negative? Wait.
So you know, positive it moves the decimal to the right.
Yeah,
Negative moves to the left. It's negative 23rd. So it's like a billionth of 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 a second. That's how long a jiffy is.
Why would
it's fast?
Very much so.
Is
Okay.
That a pico? Is that smaller than a picosecond? Or how
Very much so.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I thought the picosecond is the
Pico's
smallest.
like negative.
No, nanosecond's smaller than a picosecond, I'm pretty sure.
Nano's negative 9, I
No,
think.
Pico's
like negative 12.
I thought pico was like the smallest amount of time that we could like.
Yeah,
measure.
but Jiffy's a made up thing.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
It's like
Is
an
it
actual.
Yeah, it's like light
It's
years.
not. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's like yeah.
is it actual measurement?
Technically, I guess you probably could measure it, but feasibly not.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
'cause
light years. It's just the
There's
things we
a.
just
Do
make
y'all
up.
remember what Avogadro's number is from chemistry?
No.
I mean, like
it's-
I know what it is, but I don't
it's-
know the number.
So it's the number of molecules in a mole, and a mole is the Avogadro's number. That's what we use for like.
Oh yeah.
In a periodic
Yeah.
table, when you look at the weight, that's 1 mole of that weighs that many grams, and it's I believe 6.626 times 10 to the negative 23rd. So there's that many molecules in 1 mole, and they're weighing like a gram or something. So think about how small a gram is. Divide that by that number I just said. Crazy small. That's about how long a Jiffy is if you relate it to time, roughly. It's technically double the amount. So Jiffy's actually smaller than Avogadro's number.
It's crazy.
It's a crazy tangent. Speaking of time, so if you had to choose, like, you can only go forward in time or you could only go backward in time. I think the answer I always choose is back because I think that one just makes more sense.
Yeah, you can do
If
more.
you go forward, you can never go back. You just have regrets.
So I was actually thinking about that watching. I think it's like the 15th time I mentioned Dark. But I'm like almost done. I literally have 2 episodes left and I'm done with the series. But I was watching it and they brought people from the future to the past, and they brought someone else from the past to the future. And I asked my dad, I was like, would you rather go to the future or go to the past? And he was thinking, I was like, I think personally I'd rather go to the past. Because like, what benefit do you get from going to the future?
Well,
like,
knowing stuff.
What
It's like spoilers.
You know history.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
but
you
it's
mean
like,
you could come back though?
yeah, like the other, like
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm not saying in my situation you can come back, but I'm saying in that one you didn't
yeah.
specify you can't come back.
No, but like when I asked, I misspoke here. When I asked my dad, I was like, "Would you rather only be able to go to the past?" It's the same question
Okay,
you said.
okay,
Only
then,
past
yeah.
or only future? And it's like, what benefit? Like, oh yeah, I remember what happened 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it's
so do I.
Exactly. It's like the only thing it does is create regrets because you're gonna
Yeah.
go say you go 2 years in the future. It's like, bro, remember last year when we just did this amazing thing, but you don't remember because you didn't
exist.
didn't
Yeah,
do
you
it, and you're like, great, I wish I saw that, but you can't go
Yeah.
back.
I mean, I guess it kind of depends like how big the jump is. Cause like 1 year, oh yeah, I'd rather go back in the past. But like if it was like 50, I don't want to go back 50 years in the past. Just to be ass.
You get to
Actually,
choose.
50 years is the
Yeah,
Yeah, for you,
Yeah.
the 70s.
I don't want to go to the 70s, Tyler.
I'm not saying it's like great, but it's not bad.
For you, yeah.
Whatever.
Your privilege is showing, bro. Nah, I'm not going back to the 70s. No shot.
Yeah,
What about like the 80s?
Maybe. Yeah, 80s might be. I think 80s is only good for black men if you're like successful. If you're not successful, nah, no shot. Because like, I don't know. Like the most of the time you think of like black men doing okay in the 80s, they were like famous. So it's like if you're not famous,
I mean, like-
then it's like whatever.
Like an
forget you.
average family.
They're probably
from the
still
s- from,
probably
like,
still deal with some
suburbia?
Jim Crow stuff. Not
I
like
don't think so.
specifically Jim Crow,
Yeah.
but like racist stuff. Like they deal with that probably.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, they still would deal with it now. Imagine in the 80s. Yeah, I'm sure they still do. Nah, but I would go like to go in the past because I could go back and like. It's like I wouldn't go back into like the 1900s America, but I could kind of like go back into like 1400s with like Genghis Khan to be interesting. Just not to like.
So you can get killed by Genghis Khan.
No,
No, racism
you
was
guys
bad in
like-
America.
So I can watch stuff happen. So I can like, instead of just like
Would you be like an observer?
yeah, I would want to be
Okay.
an observer of things. I want to be like I want to see how Genghis Khan dominated like these over these long period of time.
That
I
reminds
could
me.
watch how the pyramids were made and all that.
Like that. Like I would do what you're saying, but like I would also want to like correct people. It's like no, that's wrong.
True.
But then I won't have any evidence. But like
I mean, I could
at
bring,
least
I'd bring my phone
personally-
with me and be like, see?
That'd be crazy.
You took a picture
I'd
of
be
the
insane,
1400s.
bro. If I go back in time to start taking pictures of stuff, I'd be the most insane person.
Yeah, but people were like, that's just deep faked or
Yeah,
like,
it's a
edited.
deepfake, 'cause
No,
you-
Like, I'm like,
technology's
come with me
crazy.
then, bro. Come with me then.
Oh, so you can like take someone to it.
Yeah, as long as they're
Man.
touching you. That's what's like. You bring the phone. I could bring like Tyler. Be like Tyler, let's go back to the 70s and see, and you can say I'm your slave, something like that. So I'm safe. The only thing is, we go back there, we'd probably get like AIDS or something from the air.
Yeah. Well, no, if anything, we'll be more immune. I don't know what he thought about, but I try to make more
I mean,
logic.
like, okay. When I said I don't mean like the 70s I'd get AIDS. I mean like if I'm going back to like Genghis Khan, I'm getting some like unknown disease.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
probably
know about.
eradicated.
Well, that's how it is.
Yeah,
with,
it's been like gone forever.
well, that's how it is with polio. Because you know, we like eradicated polio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it came
But now,
back.
like, we don't have to get vaccines. Like our parents probably did. They're probably the last generation, like tail end of it. but like we didn't have to get it because it's basically gone. Like you go back to like
Yeah,
the
I'm
50s
dying.
or something, we're getting polio. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm
we
saying.
have zero immunity.
Like if I go back to like like I didn't mean the 70s. Like I think like the way I said it made it seem like I meant the 70s. But like when
You
I'm
meant the
going back
1470s,
in
yeah,
general, if I'm going back, there's gonna be diseases that we don't have to worry about now, but we would have to worry about if we go back.
but then we
all
get
the way
like
there.
super immunity if we don't get it and come back.
There's also like the hygiene thing. We're way more hygienic now than they were way back
Oh
then.
yeah,
so
for
Yeah.
sure.
they're gonna be like, bro, this nigga smells amazing. Why
Yeah.
does he? How does he do
Actually,
that?
matter of fact, they would think that we would smell weird. I'm assuming
Yeah, they'll probably
it
think we
wouldn't
smell
be
weird.
amazing. It'd be like, why the fuck you smell like that?
And then we'll smell them like, bro, why do you smell like that? I'll like die from their stench.
I don't think you die.
Nah,
But
that might kill me.
I mean, because like our scents are based off of like real life stuff, or like a lot of the scents are. So they would smell us
Well,
and be like, oh, he smells like
but
the
the
flower I
problem
smelled
is-
in the field.
I was reading this study that said our body odor changed throughout generations. I don't know if y'all know this because there's so many like chemicals and soaps that we use that our body secretes different oils, not different oils, but like different smelling oils, and that's what
Dang, bro.
yeah, hit the whole table.
As your audio listener,
I don't want to hear it.
kick
I
the
don't want to
table.
hear it.
I would not like what you're putting down. I was like, I would not have this.
Not in my studio.
Dennis and Tyler will not be a nerd emoji today.
But continue.
Anyways, like we would smell differently. Our
yeah.
odors would smell differently, and they probably think like we're retarded.
We're like
kill
witches
us.
or something,
Or kill like retarded, and they'll be like,
or like we're aliens.
I mean, they'll probably kill you just by looking at us, to be honest. They look at me like, look, what's this brown baboon doing out here and kill me? No, because
I
like,
don't think if you went back to like
the Genghis Khan,
the
yeah.
1400s, no, because like there's a lot of black people back then
No.
because of
Yeah,
the
but
sun.
Genghis didn't know
No.
about
Why would he know
they're
that?
dark Asians. There's a difference between dark Asians and black.
But like, why would he assume he's just darker? They just be like, oh, he's just a little bit
That's
more
not
tan.
pure- that's not-
well,
people thought
the Mongolians also had slaves, like from Africa, so they know what black people look like.
Yeah,
And then
just
they
like
probably-
that, they wouldn't be like, he's not a slave.
They would
Nah,
assume.
they'd
they
be
would
like-
assume he's a slave.
They look
They're
at my
assuming he's
skin.
like an alien or something dressed like this.
I mean, yeah, like what the fuck's this on your shirt? Like,
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
I'm like, sup, brothers?
And they'd be like,
Yeah, and then like gut me because they won't know what I am. They're like out of instinct, they would just try to kill me.
I don't think so. I think they try and talk.
No shot.
Language
You
barrier, though.
need to conquer or try to talk to me.
Nigga, Dev, why are you talking for him, bro? You don't know him.
Yeah, you're right.
but there's also like the language barrier.
Yeah, true. I don't speak Mongolian.
Yeah, I didn't say you'll have a conversation. I said he'll try and talk to you.
Yeah, you'd be like, "What's your name?" But like in Mongolian, you're like, like, oh, he's
You
dumb.
just say Devin doesn't know Mongolian in this hypothetical.
True. I'm gonna flash him my Glock.
Maybe he-
Oh,
Because
would
if
it be
he knows
something
he's
like-
going back, then he's like, let me study.
Do you know how the TARDIS works in
Prep
Doctor
time.
Who?
Nah.
So if you go to a different, so you use it to go to different like, so let's say you're in England, you go to like Japan. The TARDIS in your brain, when you transport, it makes you learn that language. So it's like for you, it sounds like they're speaking English, but for them, it sounds like you're speaking their language. And it works for aliens too. If you go to a different planet, it would automatically download the language just for the time that you're there to speak that language. And then once you like leave, you obviously like forget it.
I would just show him my Glock. I'm like, this is how a Glock works.
And then they go like,
Think you're insane, bro. Like, what is that?
I'm
You're like,
actually-
watch this.
actually,
I'm like, look at this military.
Are you gonna
might.
kill someone, or are you gonna kill like shoot the sky?
I don't know. I'm gonna shoot like one of these like peasanty guy, but like, hey, watch this. Bow. It's like arrow, but
and he goes,
better.
that's 3 speckles, and you pull out like a silver dollar, like, "Arr!"
Like, you know that fireworks you got? Yeah, and you know those arrows? Yeah, combine them. It's basically a Glock.
I mean, yeah, they know what gunpowder is.
Yeah, because
so. That's been around since like 1200s, 1100s, something like that.
China
Yeah.
invented it.
China been kind of nutty with inventions.
I feel like if we're from the future, I think we can just like convince them that like we're useful to them to where they wouldn't kill us.
Yeah, but
Because they would think that they have like some type of superpower knowing we're from the future. And
I
I don't
think-
think we'd have to do much to convince them. Just how we look is probably enough to be like, yeah, they're not from this era.
I think I would agree, but it would end up something to where it's like we're in prison. So we're not gonna be living in lavish. It's like we're gonna be literally like a slave, and then they would like force us to give information. And let's say it's like, hey, we're gonna attack this camp over here. How do we attack it the best way? Like, how do we not die? And it's like, if you don't know what the fuck's happening, then you can't help them.
If we say it's like a kind of like the Omnitrix, it's just like you can time travel just manually. It's not like a machine. You can just go on and on. So you're like, nah, you're not gonna get in prison. You're like, nah, you either like believe me or I'm just gonna leave, and then you just leave, basically.
Okay.
Because you can effectively prove yourself as a time traveler by just being like, look, I'm gonna show you because I'm gonna show up 10 years in the future, and you show up 10 years in the future looking exact same. They're like, all right, he's legit. Easy money.
True.
Oh, I think it'd be interesting though, because you could like be next to like, not saying I would do this, but like you can be next to like a dictator and be like his right hand man, like.
Is there a certain dictator you have in mind?
Like you can
hypothetically. Are we talking like Genghis Khan dictator? Or are we talking about like
He's more of a
1940s
Mussolini?
Mussolini. What kind of? Are we talking about like what the minions did in the 30s and 40s, or what are we doing?
I'm thinking like Genghis Khan, Julius Caesar type thing. Like I'm not thinking recently.
I heard Caesar was actually a pretty cool guy.
I'm thinking of like basically
did you?
before like.
Yeah,
Who told you that? His friends that stabbed him, or?
I may or may not have been with. No.
What? You're Caesar?
Anyways,
What?
no, like there was records that say like Caesar was actually a pretty cool guy, but like they stabbed him because he was like.
It was a
How do
power
I
struggle,
describe it?
basically.
Yeah, it was a power struggle, but it was like he was really good at his job, like what he did as an emperor, and he had plans to do others, like progress things through. And they were like, "Nah, we ain't finna have that," so they like JFK'd him.
True.
A little bit more than JFK. That niggas lured him into a room and then stabbed him a bunch of times.
They lured him on.
Also,
the
I could
grassy
stop
knoll.
that too. That's why I'd be next to Julius Caesar. I'd be like, don't go in that room. Trust me. We're not doing.
Yeah,
we're not doing
what happened
that.
if you stopped
But matter
that?
of fact, kill Mark Antony.
Wow.
You know Cleopatra? Kill her too.
No, I want her coochie first. But then kill her.
You would want her coochie?
Yes.
They didn't have like soap.
I don't
and all
care.
that back then.
I don't care. I'm adapting. If I'm gonna live in that time for a certain amount of period, I'm adapting.
I'm simply a death. Man, that coochie sounds so crazy.
It would be funny if like we're
I must smell crazy. I'm living in that time too.
I guess.
It'd be crazy if like we're talking about this, and let's say like 50 years from now. No, not 50. That's weird. Like X amount of years from now, you actually have the ability to time travel. You become like the Black Samurai.
Oh, like Yasuke?
Yeah, you're just like I'm gonna do my thing.
I would definitely. I need Cleopatra coochie. I need Marilyn Monroe coochie too.
Yeah, she was
I need to
out
see
like
that.
candy, bro.
If everyone's hyping up this Marilyn Monroe, I gotta try it, bro. I also gotta try that one tortoise that went extinct because it was so good.
Oh, when you said I gotta try that one tortoise, I'm like, what do you want about?
You remember like the tortoise that like everyone ate because it was so good? I need to see if it like tastes just as good as everyone hypes it up to be.
Yeah.
What's like what is it, like the giant land tortoise or something?
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
There's like this tortoise that was so delicious that it went extinct because they couldn't like
Stop eating it?
They couldn't stop people from eating it. And it was just like a tortoise. I know it was like a turtle-ish thing. Obviously we still have tortoises, so it's not just a tortoise. It's something different than that. But they would try and transport it. Like the fact is they ate it so quickly they couldn't even name it properly because they would have to take it from like wherever it was native to like the scientists. And when they get it on the boat with a bunch of sailors, they're like, all right, we gotta take it to the scientists so they can like name it officially and give it like a genome.
Oh, this is like a recent thing?
No,
Not like a recent, but you said scientists. Like, how far are you talking about? Like,
I don't know. Boat was the main way of travel. It was like sailing for days, so probably like 40s, maybe 60s. No, not 60s.
19?
Maybe 40s, maybe 1800s.
I would assume 1800s.
Yeah, probably 1800s. Then I don't know, bro. I don't know what it was.
By the early 1900s, they had.
I don't know, bro.
travel.
It's regardless of the point. Forget the point. And then, so they would get on the boat to try and transport it to the scientists so they can name it. But since they're on the boat for so long because they're sailing, they get hungry and they eat it, and they just can't stop themselves from eating it. So by the time they get to the scientists, all the tortoises are gone because they ate them all. And the scientist is like, "Where's the tortoise at?" And he's like, "We ate it. We were hungry."
yeah, they gotta go crazy then.
Yeah, and then they kept doing that over and over.
There. Like, I'll just take me with you.
That's what I thought. I was like, why didn't they just do that? I don't know.
They're
though.
scientists. They're supposed to be smart. Like, be like, okay, you can't eat it, then I'll just go there and I'll.
Yeah, but
look at it
boat
myself.
rides like that are like long, and they probably didn't want to do all that.
No, there was even times where they would go there, like, okay, we're bringing extra tortoises this time, so we can't eat it all. We're also bringing regular food, and they're like, yeah, I know we just ate 3 of those things, but there's another one right there. He kind of looking good, bro.
Nah, he's like
that bro kind of smack. Also, they had like this like sack in their body that stored water, so it was like it had like it was like a perfectly portioned meal. So you'd like cook them up, and there was this sack in their body that had like a liter of water, perfect for you. So it's like you get a drink with the meal.
That's crazy.
It was like the perfect meal. So like God literally made that to be like the perfect meal for some reason. But yeah, I want to try that. I want to see if it goes crazy, because if we ate it into extinction, it's gotta go crazy. We haven't ate anything to extinction, not even cows.
Imagine going back and it literally just tastes like chicken or something, just like unseasoned chicken.
No shot though. We had chickens back then, and they weren't like
Yeah, but
they weren't going dummy
But it's
for it.
well, it's also different because like we genetically breed chickens now.
Yeah, they weren't doing
So
it
it's
like we
it's
do.
different chicken.
So like the tortoise just tastes like our chicken now.
Yeah.
Not chicken then.
Because you know how flavors progress.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
seasoning things like we're doing it now, bro.
I know, but like you can.
They didn't have golden chicken back then.
Hey, imagine.
I know they don't. I'm not. You're not tricking me. I'm like, oh my god, they didn't.
Imagine going back with like some like flaming hot Cheetos. Like, I trade you for the turtle.
I'm blowing their mind. I'm like, trust.
They would
Trust.
actually
You
just
gotta
die.
try this.
They would actually die.
I didn't even
think
Not
die.
actually, but like, they were like,
Yeah, they'd be like, what is this sorcery? He's a witch.
burn them.
I mean, they would have some recollection of spicy foods because there's still
No.
like spicy plants, like jalapenos and all that.
But the thing is, like, flaming hot's not like a naturally spicy thing. Like, it doesn't taste like jalapenos are like it's like.
It's
like
a
it's
spice.
like it's like spice. Like it has like a
Like
chef's
there's a
kiss
difference
to it.
between like
But like
a
flaming
spice
hot's just
and
like hot. Flaming hot's just hot.
Like if I give them buffalo wings, they're like, bruh, this nigga's bugging.
'Cause it's not
But if I give them a
spicy, it's hot.
jalapeno, they'd be like, it plant.
They're like, yeah, like,
I
it's
guess.
spicy.
Yeah, it's
I guess.
different.
Then they're like, they see this like red thing, and it's like squishy and powdery, and they're like, and like they chew it, like sticks to their mouth, like.
I gotta go back to the 1800s and give him some Captain Crunch.
I was giving like the hot chip, like the chip.
Oh,
challenge.
This go crazy.
They would
the whole
actually
thing,
die.
they're like,
They would actually like perish.
What's like the Carolina Reaper? I'll just give him a straight calorie Reaper, and I'm like, eat this hoe. This hoe good. It's
hoe crazy.
buzzing.
It reminds me of like the memes where it's like go back to like caveman era and give them Baja Blast. They're like,
Have you seen one where this girl was like, I'm gonna go back to the caveman era. I'm gonna give them the best head of their life.
Yo,
And
Sounds like
they're
cave
never
painting.
gonna look at their like ooga booga the same.
but imagine like how head like will progress. Like head had
Because
to
of
go crazy.
that?
Yeah, head would have to go crazy in the future.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because she stepped up the game. She changed the game by being
so
there.
she's the paradox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she effectively made the timeline so Head is infinitely better now than it would have been.
What if she just made
be
the
a hero.
timeline where Head exists? So it's the timeline where
Head actually
doesn't
never
exist.
existed.
It never existed until she did that. Like, yeah, I had the idea.
we gotta
it's
dap her
like,
up then.
What?
Yeah,
we gotta dap her up then. She's
Because
the
like,
goat.
like in Dark, they have this thing called the Origin, where it's like it's an infinite time. Everything's an infinite time loop, but there's like one thing that like started everything, right? And she's the Origin. She's like the I went back and gave him Head, which caused everything to progress, so that I know what Head is, so I can go back and give him Head.
she's my hero at that point. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. I got like a portrait of her like on my wall or some shit.
Here's all my money.
She's right there. She's the goat. I put her right next to like Kendrick. I'm like, you're my two goats.
They're ghosts.
And then like,
I call it the goat wall.
We should have a good wall. That'd be funny. Put people like I don't know, like MJ
If
up
you had
there.
a goat wall, what would you put up in your goat wall? Let's
Depends
say
on what
let's make it like 4 different categories. You got music, sports, just random celebrity, I guess, and an actor.
music, sports, random celebrity, and actor. Do one more because sports weird.
Sports actor.
Say 4 is weird.
President. No, not president. That's political.
President,
historical
we already
figure.
talked about this. Teddy
Yeah,
Roosevelt.
historical figure.
I put Teddy Roosevelt up there if it was president.
Teddy?
Historical
Good old
figure.
Theodore. Historical figure who's not an actor or
Who is not-
musician.
There's other historical figures in
Well, yeah,
Historical
but-
figure, basically, let's say like before. It has to be before the 2000s, because like that's when we were born.
Okay. That's a
So
lot
I
of
guess
spring all at
for-
once.
For sports, who's my sports goat?
Sports go.
Sports is really broad. I don't want to say. I really like
Someone-
LT, but I don't want to say LT. You got Devin? You got anything?
I'm trying to
For
think.
5 celebrities. I think mine's gonna be Samuel L. or DiCaprio. I'm gonna go Samuel. Probably my goat for actor. Historical figure. I think I might go. I don't want to go. I want to go Julius Caesar, but I'm not sure. Julius Caesar has an interesting life. It's pretty fun.
I don't know.
George Washington.
Alexander the Great, my goat. The guy that actually is goated.
He's okay. What? Because he never lost a battle.
Yeah,
I like Vlad the Impaler actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
He has interesting lore.
Hey, he's a villain though. And he has a fetish of
I mean,
putting spikes up people's
he actually
ass.
wasn't really a villain at
He's
first.
not a villain. Yeah.
It was just like, stay off my land. They're like, nah. So he was like, okay.
Yeah. He's like, okay, bet.
Was that the Lord? Just if you were to step on his land?
Yes.
That was like an
literally,
actual bad guy.
That's why,
No,
like, that's the reason.
They call
why,
him
like,
a bad guy because he did weird and heinous acts. Like he ate,
Yeah,
he ate
he's
rats
weird,
and all
bro.
that. But
Well, he
like,
also ate like human livers.
Yeah,
'cause it was,
niggas are
like,
weird.
That's why, like, the
That's why they call him the
vampire thing-
Dracula.
Yeah, but it's like it literally started with like this army's like, yeah, we're gonna invade your castle. He's like, yeah, don't do that. And they sent like a mini army of like 1,000 people or something, and he's like, I wouldn't come here if I were you. And they were like,
Yeah.
we're gonna go take your castle now. And he's like, nah. So he killed them, and he's like, well, now we got all these dead bodies. So like, not he killed them, like his army killed them. And then he was like, no, I got all these dead bodies, so I guess I'll use them as a deterrent. So throw them on spikes. And he's like, that shit kind of cool. And then like more people were like, dead bodies on spikes. It's our men. Let's keep going. And they keep going. And then he's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And they were like, they're like, what are you gonna do about it, pussy? He's like, all right, fine then.
Spike
And
up
then he
your
kills
ass.
them and then spiked all of them again. And then like the whole main crew comes up and is like, bruv, what's this? And he's like, I wouldn't come here if I were you. And they're like, we're about that shit. So they pull up. And
they're a
they
bunch
did
of
it again.
they're a bunch of video game
It's literally-
NPCs. They're like, there's not me. There's not me.
like, yeah, you beat my boss and I'm a rank 1 goon, but it ain't me though. It ain't like me. Like, that's literally the army. So he was like, all right, and then he's like, all right, well, I was dead bodies, might as well like try shit. So he's like, eat their liver, eat their hearts, drink their blood.
So yeah, I think we'll go Vlad the Impaler is my historical figure. Celebrity Samuel L. Sports. Let's see, music. I gotta go Michael Jackson.
True.
In my 3. What was my last one? Random celebrity. Okay. The Rock, I guess.
The Rock.
You said like pre-2000 though. That's just for
That
the
was the historical figure, yeah. I mean, The Rock's a good celebrity.
He's
Dang, bro.
just
What's wrong with The Rock?
He's just okay.
He's
He's
just
just so
the
many
wing.
cool celebrities. You chose The Rock.
Is The Rock not cool?
I guess. I don't know. Let's see. For my
Your list better go crazy then. And then
guess.
I guess sports, I'll go LeBron.
Wow, basic boy. I'm joking. Mine's that big basic too. Cause I look up, I was like, who do I want? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do him. But for my top 5, with the historical figures, gotta do Alexander the Great.
I was thinking about
Basic.
him.
Let's see, what else we got? Musicians, gotta go MJ, of course. He's
Copycat.
greatest of all time. What was the other categories?
Random celebrity, actor, sports.
Actor and celebrity. So from actors, that'd be, I can always forget his name. It's the guy who plays Gus.
Ryan Reynolds? Oh.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Isn't it?
I thought you loved Ryan Reynolds.
Isn't
I
it,
do, but like,
Juan Carlos Esposito?
Is it Juan
Giancarlo
Carlos?
Esposito.
yeah,
Juan Carlos
he's
Esposito. Yeah.
Bro, you hadn't even seen, like, what has he seen? Like Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul?
there's other things that niggas in.
Like, what? Have you seen Mandalorian?
Yeah, and also I call him Mandalorian, but I also seen the show that me and Arthur was watching.
The Boys?
No, but yeah, he's also
100?
in The Boys, but he's in the show that me and Arthur was watching as well. I've seen him in other small things, and he's a good actor. I like him a lot. And then celebrity. I guess I can just put Ryan Reynolds in my celebrities.
Yeah, because I was like thinking about celebrities. I was like, they kind of gotta be like music or actor. I guess other celebrities, but like music, actor, sports, like those are celebrities.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, my sports just got Muhammad Ali.
Ah, okay, I'll take out LeBron, but Muhammad Ali. You right? You right. Muhammad Ali's gotta go there.
All right,
He's
so
spitting. Wait, did I say? Yeah, okay.
he's basic though.
And if we do hero as another category, we'll throw Spider-Man in there.
I think for my historical figure,
You said Riddler for you, Devin?
my historical figure, I think I'll stick with Teddy Roosevelt.
Okay.
I was thinking Alexander the Great. I was like, he's pretty cool.
Yes,
But I'll stick with Teddy. For my sport, I was thinking like Arnold.
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, but either him or like I really like Canelo Alvarez. So
Like that,
there's like another Canelo you think of.
No.
Like he's pretty cool. Like I remember tangent, but like, I remember like the first time I saw him, I was like freshman year in high school, and like my dad, like he works with, like pretty much everyone in his work is either like there's like 2 black guys, he's the only white guy, and there's like 30 Mexicans. So like they always like party and like they'll watch like fights and stuff like that. And one time it was at our house, so we had like probably 50 people in my house, and we were just watching this fight. And I forget who Canelo was fighting. He ran this dude's face, like he was like weave, pop, pop, pop. He was like getting them. I was like, Canelo's a pretty cool guy. So like I like Canelo. And then Arnold would be like if you've ever seen like the one who's like this, and it's like conquer. That's all it says. It's like black and white, and it just says conquer. I was like, that's pretty basic though.
What did he do again? Arnold, like
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah. Was
he bodybuilding?
He's bodybuilding. Oh, that
and an actor.
Oh, no, not okay.
Yeah,
I know he's like known for now, but like what? I mean, like
he's also the governor of California.
Yes, I know all of that, but like I was like, because you're using it for sport, right?
He was a bodybuilder.
He's a bodybuilder, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Canelo was your sports.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait.
And then Arnold's your random celebrity.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought you said or.
Well, I did say or.
Yeah, you said or.
What I want though. I mean, Arnold, I guess I could throw in random celebrity though. I was thinking of. Who was I thinking of? Bryan Cranston. No, I put him as actor. So actor would be Bryan Cranston
from Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle, Breaking Bad, all that stuff. Because he's a pretty funny guy. You know what? Celebrity. I'm gonna put Dave Chappelle.
Dang it! I'm a comedian. Dave Chappelle.
Okay, comedian Dave Chappelle.
I think that was all because I got Canelo for sport, Chappelle for celebrity, Bryan Cranston for actor, Roosevelt for historical figure. What was the fifth category? There was sport, actor, random celebrity, historical figure, and
that was it.
Music.
Oh yeah, music.
Oh, music. Mine's like the stuff I listen to is not usually like one person. It's always like a band. I mean, can I do like a?
They're an artist.
No, I'll do the guy.
Like,
yeah, a band
an
artist.
What'd you say?
The guy from Disturbed. He's on all the albums.
You could just done a band.
Could just done Disturbed.
Yeah, but I want the guy.
Okay.
Okay, you just want the guy.
I want the guy.
But besides like this list, we got some honorable mentions. The guy who created pizza. He's gotta be in my goal.
Apparently, the girl that created
the girl with Head, man, she went crazy.
Automatic.
Just go.
But like, speaking of what you were talking about with Dave Chappelle, remember Eduardo was bugging at the mall?
Oh my god, dude! You gotta hear this.
No, Eduardo said Gabriel Iglesias above Dave Chappelle.
No, because Gabe said top 3 comedians.
This man said Fluffy
we
over.
both agreed on.
That's what we said. We were clowning him for like an hour on that one.
No, because like you and I both agreed.
Dave Chappelle
and Bill Burr.
Yeah, we're like, those are our locks. And we said the third is interchangeable.
Third is like, it's kind of subjective because I was thinking Kevin Hart and I was like, kind of, not really. But I was like thinking some other stuff, like other people. But Eduardo was like, yeah, Gabriel Iglesias number 1.
Bill Burr. And then like some Joe Schmo or something.
Yeah, some Joe Schmo. Oh, I think I said Bert Kreischer or Tom Segura. But,
what's his name?
Yeah, he's like some Joe Schmo. He didn't even say Bill Burr. He said 2 Joe Schmoes, and then you and I said Bill Burr. He goes,
and he's like, oh yeah, Bill Burr.
because we said Dave Chappelle first, and he goes, yeah, he's pretty funny. We said Bill Burr. Bill Burr up there, number 2.
the Dave Chappelle disrespect was crazy, and now he was just like cockriding Gabriel Iglesias was insane.
I mean, he loves him. I already knew he loved him.
Well, we said like the only reason why he likes him is because he's Mexican. Like his only joke is like Latino haha or like I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. Like that's like his whole repertoire, and I was like, "There's more to it." No, I've watched like pretty much all of his specials. That's literally all it is. Like something like a joke will be leading somewhere, and then it's like, but then like some Latino dude pulls up in this car, right? And it's like seated real low with the big rims, yeah. He's just talking about it. It's like, why? It's not pertinent to the story. I guess for him it is.
Yeah, you know,
Dave Chappelle's just like mid in his opinion.
I guess, even though he's quite literally the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember his name, the comedian's name. I can't remember his name.
You know what? I think for number 3, I'm gonna put Norm Macdonald.
Like?
You know him. It's he's skinny white guy. I guess he's
John Mulaney.
Yeah, John Mulaney. He'll be in my list. I love John Mulaney.
See, I like John Mulaney, but I don't think he cracks top 3. Because when you got people like Dave Chappelle, Norm Macdonald, because I think I'm putting Norm at my 3rd. But like Bill Burr, GOAT. Dave Chappelle, GOAT. For me, Norm.
I really like Bill Burr. Bill Burr will be my top 5, but I don't know about top 3. I guess John Mulaney, I guess he wouldn't be my top 3, but he would be my top 5.
I put Mulaney at like...
He would be my top 5 though.
I put him at 5. I put him right at 5. I think I put Probably put Tom Segura at 4. And then Mulaney at 5. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Because Mulaney's funny. Some of his jokes though don't always land.
Mm.
That's my only qualm. But like when they land pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Robin Williams.
I never liked his stand up.
Bernie Mac. I like Bernie Mac stand up.
And Chris, like the old Chris Tucker.
Chris
Eddie
Tucker,
Murphy.
yeah.
Eddie Murphy was funny.
There's a lot of tough choices for sure.
Like that's gonna make you something. I have to
comedians-
sit down and like think about it.
Yeah, but like one thing I can agree on is that Gabriel Iglesias isn't cracking top 50.
True.
Yeah. If he does, it's number 50, and it's 50 out of 50.
Yeah.
Like,
If he does, it's because I've only listened to 50 comedians and he's the 50.
it's like that meme where it's like, if he has 1 million fans, I'm one of them. If
Yeah.
he has 10 fans, I'm one of them. Like that, but it's like the inverse for Gabriel Iglesias.
It's like he's top 50 if I've only listened to 50. He's top 100 if I've only listened to 100.
He's top 1,000 if I've only listened to 1,000.
He's top 1 if he's the only comedian alive. It's something like that. Jose, real quick before you leave, make a statement for the podcast real quick. Come here to the mic. So, what kind of comedians do you listen to?
Do I listen to?
Yeah.
I don't think I listen to any comedians.
So, how do you feel about Gabriel Iglesias?
I think he's pretty funny, yeah.
All right, you can go, bro.
Oh, I forgot about Hannibal.
Hannibal Buress, true.
Yeah, I
He's
love
good
Hannibal.
too.
Hannibal.
Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, he's so funny. I love him.
Bro, they can't hear you, Tyler. Just go pee and come back. Just come back.
Yeah, Hannibal's another good choice.
For sure.
I have to like look at like the people I actually listen to and see like make a good list. Yeah, there's so many good options.
There's so many. Yeah, it's tough. The top 3 was just like off rip though. It wasn't. We didn't have prep time.
Who were we talking about before? It was
Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hannibal.
So like, he has a couple good specials that I've seen that like really funny, but I like him more like his skit work, like what he does with like Eric Andre and stuff like that.
I don't know, man.
Then there's Eric Andre.
Well, because like Eric Andre is probably one of the funniest skit dudes I've ever seen in my life, but like I've seen some of his I don't think he has any that I can think of that I've seen. I've seen like 15-minute 10-ups at bars and stuff like that, like the Comedy Club or whatever, Laugh Factory, and like they're all right, but like his skit work is just immaculate.
I guess I'm kind of like the opposite. I kind of like because there's a couple comedy shows I've seen of him, and I just died laughing. And like Eric Andre, I can respect. He's a funny guy. Every once in a while, he's a little much for my taste. I've seen a couple of his specials, and they're a little much, not really for me. But I think the Eric Andre show is funny though. That's different.
Yeah, because when I think of like Hannibal and Eric Andre, that's the first thing I think of.
Yeah, it's a classic duo.
I mean, goated show.
Cool. Now there's this one thing I saw. It's like was it Sonic? Who owns Sonic? Sega. I think Sega put out this like Sonic daily schedule thing. And it was like it went from 12 p.m. to like 12 a.m. and everyone was going crazy because like at 11:30 it has like take off Hedgehog suit and like what does this mean?
Wait, Sega put that out?
Yeah,
It was like a tweet.
Yeah. And then everyone was like, what does this mean? Does this mean Sonic is never Hedgehog all along? And then there's like this picture. And like if you zoom in, you can see his arm coming through there. Like
I've seen that
could be a
before
sleeve.
because like it looks like a shadow.
Yeah.
At his arm,
like,
looking
yo,
like
that could be a
hand
sleeve
Yeah,
this
it looks
whole
like
time.
A shadow.
So they're like, no shot. Have you seen what Sonic looks like? What would he look like without the suit? And they're like, this is what he look like without the suit.
God damn it! All right, I can already tell what it is. Wait, what?
It's just one big eyeball.
Yeah.
God. Oh yeah, because it's funny because like his eyes do connect.
Yeah.
That's always people are like, why do his eyes connect? It's weird.
Because he's one eyeball with 2 people. Yeah, Sonic without the suit kind of would go. It was like, what's this called? Like nightmare fuel? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
I thought you were about to show me an image of like his head shape, just like skin.
Oh, like Bart Simpson.
No.
Yeah, like. Yeah, like Bart Simpson.
Well, I don't know if there's an episode of Simpsons where Bart and Lisa.
Why would his hair connect to his eyeball though?
I didn't think that'd be a pure eyeball, but once I saw him, like, oh, that's a funny joke.
No, there was an episode of The Simpsons where Bart and Lisa like die. I think they die, and like they find their skeletons.
Yeah.
And like their skeletons are in that shape.
yeah,
It's the
the
exact
shape.
same shape. So they're like, are they just bald and that's their head?
No, that is.
But then
their
it's like they
hair.
also make it hair.
Yeah, it's just a gag.
I mean, it's a gag, yeah, but it's like It'd be something like that, where it's his skeleton is actually like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like have you seen like the image of Goku if he was bald and just like
Yeah.
his head shaped? That's what I thought Sonic's gonna be. This is head shaped as skin.
Just hair, yeah.
And guys, we've never seen Goku shaved for like not even for a gag or something.
I don't see why we
Because
would.
don't like Saiyan's hair not grow?
I mean, it's contentious, but yeah, it's not supposed to.
It's
Like if you so like theoretically, if you were to shave it, you just wouldn't have hair. Because the babies come out with the hair shape.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like
but
it's
it's
applied.
like it's different, and it's like I don't know. I feel like it can change depending on if you're like pure Saiyan or not.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
obviously,
that's
because
the point.
Gohan cuts his hair.
Yeah, because like when it's implied, because like when Goku and Vegeta go into hyperbolic time chamber,
They
their
grow
hair,
beards, but their hair doesn't grow.
their hair doesn't grow, but Trunks and Gohan's hair does grow because they are like half human.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but like Chad said, they also grow beards.
Yeah, they grow beards.
So like they'll grow
Which is-
beards, but like their head hair won't grow.
Yeah, which is why people are like, that's kind of weird because like, why would your beard hair grow, but like your hair doesn't move at all?
I mean, I don't know. It's probably just one of those things that, like
Well-
when Toriyama did it, he just didn't.
Well,
really
if you
about
think about it, like why would a baby come out with a beard? Like it's kind of weird. Just like when they get old
Yeah, okay,
enough.
then what about King Vegeta?
King Vegeta
Yeah,
wasn't
like-
born with his beard. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying. Yeah, like that'd be weird. He just came out with the goatee. He's like, let's get it. It's me.
yeah, just like their hair doesn't grow unless it's like a beard or facial hair.
But the thing is, like Raditz though, ain't no way that baby can't want that hair. Like his hair grew. There's no shot.
No, but like
I think his hair goes all the way down
yeah,
to his
you have to. I
toes.
think I don't think it.
Maybe it's a,
It didn't grow. Okay, it technically did grow to that length.
You think it
but
grows
It's
proportionally?
proportionate to the body.
But
Because
it's
like,
still
because you think of
growing,
a
though.
baby head compared to your head, like,
yeah.
if your baby was to have a full head of hair versus you have a full head of hair, even if it's like the same proportion amount of hair, you're obviously gonna have more hair because your head's bigger. So it's like when Raditz was a baby, the hair did reach to his back, like it was all the way down to his like his
Yeah,
butt.
but
But then
it's
it's like it grows proportionate to his body, and then
would
once he
still be
like stops growing, his hair doesn't grow anymore.
yeah, based on that, because you've seen what baby Goku and baby Vegeta look like. Their hair just grows with them.
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think Goku's hair looks the same height.
Yeah, it looks no. You see what Vegeta's
No, it's
hair is
the-
way shorter.
No, Goku wasn't a baby with like hair like this.
His
It's-
hair is
Bro,
way
Goku's hair isn't
longer.
like that now.
Yes, it is.
It's not that tall.
It's the size of his head almost.
At least Vegeta's is. Vegeta's like redder because I've seen what Vegeta looked like, and his hair's like short.
Yo, imagine being a baby born with that widow's peak like that. That's tough.
I mean, I guess who's that talking smack about him? You?
Anyone?
You talking about him? I'm just saying you're not talking back to baby Vegeta, Tyler.
Behind his back, I am. Look at this dude's hairline. Dude got the McDonald's logo on his
The man with the
forehead.
prince, bro. No one was talking bad about Vegeta. But nah. I mean, maybe Nappa did have hair. Wait, we're not even talking about Nappa.
Yeah. Nappa actually did have hair.
Yeah, you should.
You just shaved it
He
off,
shaved
but then
it,
it's,
shaved it
it's
off.
bald. I mean, we don't see long form Nappa, but
Yeah.
I saw one thing that
I guess it does grow. It is like smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just proportionate to the body size.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
They don't ever explain
there's,
that.
there's a
You don't
couple
need to. I think it's obvious.
No, it's like why does it grow? How does it grow
It just
proportionally?
does.
Why though? And how?
This is a show about aliens, bro.
I hate when people use that argument. That's literally a semantic argument. It's like
That's
like
literally
how
how
come?
it is, though.
No, but like
No,
some,
they said it in the show, like with pertaining to the hair. Like
It-
it's
it
just they're
grows with-
Saiyans, it just doesn't grow. But like the half Saiyans, because they're human, it does grow.
no, that's
It's
just
just-
the
it's just-
issue.
they're
The
brought up as
proportionate
aliens.
thing is they don't explain it, and using the argument
That's
it's
just Dragon
fiction,
Ball,
therefore
though.
they don't need to explain it. Is a
that's
stupid
just-
argument.
But that's just Dragon Ball. Though sometimes they just don't explain
It's-
things. You just like it just is.
You can just assume,
I
like,
got that, but my issue is with Devin's argument is like, oh, it's fiction, therefore it's not supposed to make sense, which is like I hate when
But
people
it's not.
use that.
It's like if you don't make, you can make it make sense. It's just basic Saiyan
It just doesn't
biology.
grow.
Their hair grows with them, and once they get to a certain age, it stops growing.
And once you shave it off, I'm assuming, even though it's not explicitly stated, that your hair doesn't grow anymore.
based
You
on
shave it
the
off.
based on the rules that they set, and it's pretty consistent, we just assume that.
And there's like nothing ever explained about like when Super Saiyan it just grows.
Man,
It just is
you,
what it
you want
is.
an explanation?
Yes, I want to know why.
It just
I don't
their
know,
power
man.
levels.
Like I'm not saying the story needs to give it to us in the show. Like give us in a data book question, like SBS something, bro.
It's not
Give
that
me
deep.
some
It's not that
explanation,
deep,
bro.
dude.
Like I
It's
don't
a
even know Nabi's
transformation.
chest size, but he gave it to us. I just want to know. It's good to just know things.
The reason
about
why he
series.
did that is because he's the goat. Okay.
Like, it's good to just
Don't do
sometimes
that.
know things. It's not like I'm saying it's necessary, but I just want to know it. Like, why not? Why not just let me know?
Well, wouldn't it be the same thing with like the tails?
No, they explain the tails.
Yeah, Goku just doesn't grow his tail anymore. He's
Yeah,
Tails
just
don't
like-
grow back.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they
but
do.
it's the same
right
thing with
there.
like hair.
What do you mean?
Like the size of the baby tail is not gonna be the same size as like the human. I guess that's a good analogy because the size of the tail as a baby is obviously proportionate to its body, the same as when they grow up. But then you get rid of the tail, then you don't grow another tail.
I mean, you can.
I mean, I think it's different though. I think of because he can move the tail and control it. I consider a tail more a body part than like hair. He's not moving his hair.
But I think that the
I mean,
way
I
you
guess
think about
sometimes
it is
you
that
can
the
for the
body
gag,
part
but-
is like the hair is the body part. It is the tail. You know what I mean? If you think about it that way, in an
I don't
abstract
know.
way.
I think the tail and hair are just so different. I don't know. It's weird, especially because they're saying biology. The tail is literally a part of them,
True.
whereas hair is not. It's just an accessory
True.
to yourself. So I don't know.
I forget that Vegeta and Nappa had tails when they first landed. They just always had wrapped around them.
Yeah, it's like a belt.
Yeah,
Like
because
a
you don't
belt.
want it to, you don't want someone to step on it.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
If
like
you had a
six-
tail, you'd wrap it around too, probably.
That'd probably be a fashion statement.
Like I think like I would like to say if we had tails like as humans, I think we would have evolved to the point we'd have like tail holders. People would be wrapping it around in like a
I think
style.
you could just throw it
People
around as a
would
belt
tuck
loop.
it.
Yeah, as we were saying, be like a belt.
Yeah, but like it goes through the belt loops. So it's same as a belt.
Fashion,
So it's
yeah.
Yeah.
Like everyone would have something new they did with their tail. Someone like put it over like as a strap or something. It'd be
Yeah.
interesting to see like the style choices we'd have.
We
with
would, we, would,
tails.
we would definitely start comparing sizes. Like, yeah, my tail is bigger than yours, pussy.
If it's like Dragon Ball tails, I'm like yanking out Eduardo's tail. I'm like, yeah, nigga, no tail for you.
You've lost tail privileges.
You lost tail privileges.
That'd be crazy.
We still have like the grade 8 transformation.
That would go dummy, bro. If we had great transformation in real life, no shot. We'd have to have some type of technology to like stop
Block
it.
out the moon. This blocks the moon.
Yeah, there's like I don't know. They'd have to do so much.
Honestly, the Saiyans were
adaptations.
so advanced though. I mean, I guess they weren't initially advanced.
What do you mean? I mean, they're advanced.
Well, no, when they had like, I guess it'd be like caveman, but like I was saying, we can go to the moon, put like reflectors, so that way, or something that would block out the moon if it's a full moon.
Like, that would cause a lot of issues.
Yeah, and that's like I don't think they could do that.
Or
But
just be like, just go inside if you're outside.
yeah, but then it's like
We're
there's
gonna
gonna
do-
be
we're gonna
terrorists
do-
and villains. So like who are like, I don't care. It's like that's the issue is we have to like fight them every time. There'll always be like grade
I
8
think the
fights
di-
all
yeah.
the time.
the difference, yeah,
Because there's like I'm a villain.
but it's like I'm a villain. And it's like two people are like, all right, we got you.
It's literally just like a One Piece thing where it's like pirates versus marines. Like there's like these like top tier like marines like that are grade 8s, but they like train forever, so like stronger grade 8s.
And they can control it.
Yeah, and then like random pirate comes up, he's like, I'm gonna take on the Kainu. Where it's like, no, you're not.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy. It'd be kind of interesting. You think you would like try it to like transform and try and see if you could like get away with something or nah?
Well, I think the first
No, because they would
transformation was-
know. They would know exactly who I am. Because like they would just watch me, and then when I untransform, I'm like clocked out, and they're like, "Yes, it's you."
You were in
And I'm
If
arrested.
you're untransforming, they would also untransform though.
They'd have surveillance though. That isn't transforming.
Yeah,
And like, they would just
Run
like
away,
watch me, and I'm
just
like,
evade them.
No, who's to say he's controlling it right off the bat?
I'm
like, bro, this thing is
All right, I either throw out the clip of Gohan in the field going dummy. I'm like, like I'm going stupid.
What's up? I'm gonna put.
Just say it was an accident. I don't think they're gonna like. They're not gonna assume you
But
did it for
if it's a part of society where it's like, let's say it's like if it's a full moon, you have to stay inside, and it's illegal. Like it's an actual like it's illegal to
can't
look
look at the
outside.
moon.
You can't look at the moon because you
can't
get
look-
transformed. So then it's like you can't look at it. So it's like you can't if it's part of society, you can't just say it's an accident.
Yeah, I mean, at that
'Cause,
point,
Well, you have
they
to
would-
also think though that there'd also be people who also take out their tails like Saiyans. So there'd be a lot of people who are immune to it because they'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the hassle of not being able to go out at night, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it out.
so yeah, at that point they'll make laws for like curfews. If you don't have it, like if you had a tail, you have a curfew, and if you don't, you just wouldn't.
Do you think tail would be like the new circumcised or uncircumcised? Where it's like, do you have your tail? Do you not?
No, because the tail actually does something, whereas your foreskin.
Yeah,
doesn't
your
do
force is
anything.
doing nothing.
It's literally like a half inch to an inch piece of skin on the inch.
But like,
no, it's
I
like
mean,
nothing.
like in the same sense of how people talk about it, but like, they you really don't got your tail mid or something. You fell off.
Probably, I'll be like, yeah, you're a loser, bro. I can kill you at any moment if I really wanted to.
That's like then do it, pussy.
But like, okay. What if we did have like full Saiyan biology though?
Yeah, because
like,
you beat
just
my ass and I come back stronger, so I'm good.
and like just
Nah,
because
you're
you're
gonna
a
die then.
you think
We're
like grade
Saiyans. We're Saiyans,
I can
Devin.
kill you.
You're not gonna
you
kill
still
me.
die.
Yeah, you still die.
You're not a
You
mortal.
I'm not
can't
gonna die.
die.
I'm not dying. I'm not dying.
Why?
I'm not dying.
Why? Why are you immune to
I'm
death?
dying. I'm Goku.
Did you forget that the same race is extinct, Tyler?
What? I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear what you
Like
said.
you thought they just couldn't die? Like their race is extinct.
No, like I'm not dying. They can die. I'm not dying.
Why are
though.
you different?
Like you're gonna beat my ass, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna find a way to escape, and I'm like, I'm gonna get stronger. And I'm gonna get stronger. And I'm gonna train. I'm gonna
Right.
beat your ass. I'm taking that tail off too. I'm gonna beat your ass, and while you're on the ground, I'm gonna put my foot in your ass. I'm gonna
That's actually
pull your
insane.
tail out and throw it away.
Loki, you should leave his tail in because he's kind of like, if you train to a point where you're stronger than him having the graded form is like a nerf effect.
Yeah, but it's like a statement though, where it's like I pulled your tail off.
I mean, you can train in the grave.
You know what? No, fine. I'm gonna take your tail.
but
I'm gonna
like-
break it. I'm breaking your tail.
Because Vegeta was efficient in his grade ape state.
Yeah.
He kept the speed and everything. Just
You think Vegeta graded would be better than like Vegeta now? No,
No,
probably not, because
yeah,
he has
no.
better mobility.
But that's
the
just
thing.
scaling throughout the.
No, I'm not
progression
talking
of the
about power wise. I'm talking about just efficiently. Like you have better mobility in a smaller form than you do that giant grade ape.
Yeah.
You have to worry about big other obstacles when you're huge.
I
Well,
guess.
that has to deal with scaling though.
Yeah,
You're
that's
comparing him
strength,
to
though.
like no, that's speed too. He got faster.
'Cause,
He's not
yeah,
the same
No,
speed as he was. On
not speed, mobility,
You're
as
talking
in like
about mobility.
the terrain, moving around the terrain and stuff. Because when you're huge, like we're small, we can fight in this house. If you're a grade ape, we can't.
Yeah,
Well,
but
no,
that's
yeah,
mobility.
like,
But
that's
some, like-
obvious though.
someone like
Yeah.
Vegeta wouldn't care though. He'd be like, all right, house gone. I don't
Do you
care.
think?
But like, it's more of a hassle for like, say you're a grade ape out there. It's more of a hassle for you try and fight me in here than as if we're the same
I
size.
can just blow up the house. I can just
And I'll
blow it
just
up.
like, but it's like that's more work.
Like, is it?
And you're
open mouth.
yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
putting out more key than you have to.
I guess.
So like, that's my point. Is
Do you
you're
think-
doing more than you have to.
Do you think we'd potentially develop a way to like partially transform?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So
Like
instead of
Super
going
Saiyan 4?
full great ape, we're just like monkey.
So Super Saiyan 4?
There's examples.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Or like Broly.
yeah.
Broly's not the same though.
It kind of is. He's just tapping into the great ape form just in his human body.
So do you know how like if you're not accustomed to a race, typically they look. There's a lot of similar characteristics, and people would like assume that they look the same. Do you
What do you
think
mean?
like because we're all great, like we'd have like the possibility of knowing what we look like as great apes, that we could identify a great ape like, hey yo, that's Eduardo. Like,
I
that's a
think
great
so.
ape.
Well, and the way it works in Dragon Ball is that grade apes kind of look the same, but it's like that's an
Just-
anime thing. So it's
yeah.
like maybe they do look different, but
Well,
we
same
can't
thing as
tell.
like Sukuna in JJK. It's like he doesn't actually have the tattoo. Itadori doesn't have the tattoos, but it's like he does that
Just
so
so
we
we would
know.
know, yeah.
So it's like the same thing. It's like they turn to great ape, but it's like they do that so that we know like that's
I,
Vegeta.
I
that's
mean,
Goku.
from
He would have the same clothes though, because it's like unless it's only Saiyan armor that just grows with them. Is that stated that like the Saiyan armor does that, or is it just
yeah, 'cause
whatever
I think
you're
it's like
wearing
I
grows?
think it's like stretchy,
Yeah,
but like
it's
from
just-
Well, yeah, because Goku's clothes go away.
They
so
shred, yeah.
but from
yeah.
the Budokai series, like there's certain features that stay the same, like
like
hair,
Bardock Sky,
yeah,
or Scar. I mean.
scars.
So do you think-
some hair features?
So yeah,
kinda-
you'd be missing a finger, but oh, that's Tyler.
But
And
like,
I
let's say there's like
Would you have to still wear glasses?
That'd be funny
Well,
if you
let's say-
did.
let's
I'm
say
like, you're a
there's,
loser.
let's say there's like two siblings and they both have no like identifying features like scars or missing something, and they're like a year apart, and they're both like let's say boys, and they look similar enough. Like yeah, that's his brother, obviously, right? But they don't look the same, and they both were to transform. Would you be able to tell them apart?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably not though. I think they look so similar. It'd be hard.
Yeah, I guess.
Cause like with humans, we have so many different like identifying features. With a monkey, it's not really. I don't think there's too much you can like. Can I identify the difference between George and Jerome in the zoo? Probably not.
Like that name.
You said
What?
that. You said that. I'm like, I don't know what this nigga on about.
It's about like gorillas. George the
the
gorilla.
names.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it George the gorilla or is it Curious George the monkey?
I'm not talking about Curious George, bro. I just said random filler names. They weren't like famous. I didn't say like Harambe or something.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, from the series, the only indication is like is their clothes, or and then you also like
Scar.
see them transform.
Yeah, that too. It'd be kind of weird though. It's like if we do get to the point where we like kind of control a grade ape state, I think they would probably allow people to just walk around as grade apes sometimes.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
like
would-
great ape
It's like
zones.
it's grade ape Friday.
Or it's like you'll have
Let's
great
go.
ape, you'll have like
grade ape Friday.
you'll have like Great Ape City. So
Yeah.
it's like they find a way to
Everyone
like
visits there.
yeah what?
Well, because you know in like Dragon Ball, they can like when they destroyed the moon, Piccolo threw up that thing that imitated the moon, so you can still transform.
Yeah.
It's like in that city, they just have that thing, so
Just
you can always
permanently.
be grade
So
ape.
it's like you have Great Ape City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
And it's
Would
like
you
you have like
visit
you have
there?
like oh you can have like Great Ape. I don't want to say like elitist, but like supremacist. No, that sounds weird.
Bro.
I mean,
No,
You made it worse.
What am I trying to say? It's like
No,
it's
not
like no.
elitist.
This is our true form. We're liberated. We're free.
Yeah,
as
elitist
great
would be
apes.
the
Elitist would be right.
Yeah,
Elitist.
right.
Okay, yeah. So it's like this is our true form. We're
Let us be-
shackled
so,
by
like, nudists?
We're shackled by the humans. Yeah.
No, but like
they
nigga, you're dumb. We're
shackled us.
born. We ain't born like that. You're
Yeah,
born
we're
like
not
this.
even, we're born like this.
It's dumb.
Like, well, I'm not saying like it's like same thing like flat earthers. It's like,
Yeah, it would
No, I
definitely be a
get you,
point of
yeah.
contention for sure. Like there would definitely be
It's
people
like, what's the real form?
like this
You're
is us
retarded.
in our truest form. We let all of our feelings out.
We're completely pure.
Yeah, in that form you're condensed. Like no,
We're
You're
contained with a
dumb.
mere tail. We have
Like,
the
bro.
whole body.
how does it feel to be contained to just one city? Actually, I feel like I feel like there'd be a whole state dedicated to
I think
it.
it'd be a country.
I'm talking in
a
America
whole-
though.
Oh,
There
then
probably
yeah.
would be a whole country dedicated to it. Yeah, probably like
No,
places
yeah,
like
for sure, different
Africa where they don't
countries.
have like third world countries. Bro, okay.
Hey, yo. Whoa.
Me personally,
I meant like third world countries where they don't have the technology that America has, so they can't like make certain places for them. So they would just be like, it's full moon, oh well, we just deal with it. But, like they wouldn't have like dedicated sectors to it. But, like
Oh.
first world countries like Luxembourg in America,
Why was Luxembourg your first?
because it's
they're rich.
European and white.
It's pure.
I didn't say it.
I guess there'd be different colors because there are slightly.
Oh,
different
like
colors.
Tyler being albino.
I want to be that dramatic, but maybe.
Or I'll just be like,
Would that be kind of funny though? It's like white people are white apes and we're brown.
Usually a silverback.
It's like if the
like-
darker your skin is, the darker your fur is. So it's like
That probably
That'd
be
be
good.
cool.
Maybe it would be cool.
or just go off your hair color.
maybe go off hair color.
So if you're
like what
blonde,
if
if
you
you're
dye your
blonde, you're
hair,
blonde.
like if you
Oh,
dye,
that'd be kind of cool. Or you could do like designs. So like when you
Yeah.
transform, you got like a tattoo, but like with
Yeah.
fur. So it's like I get like a design on the side of my head, but when I transform, it's like on my arm. It's like that'd be
So
kind of
like
cool.
Ninja when he goes grade ape, he's like blue grade ape.
He's like blue grade ape. Yeah, that'd be kind of clean.
At that point, I think a lot more people would be dyeing their hair. They'd be like, I just want to see,
But
like,
then
just
that,
for
then,
grade ape
then
day
that
or
would be
something.
fun though, because then you could go to like Great Ape City, and then you can get your design.
Yeah.
And then you could like try it on like a tattoo. It's like a tattoo, and you're like, oh yeah, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
kind of
That goes
badass.
dumb,
Ooh,
bro.
you could just like dye certain parts of your hair, so it's like yeah, my arm blue, my leg black, my left leg.
That'd be
green.
whack, bro.
That would be like
People
But yeah,
would
you
love that.
could-
People
no,
would love
people
that.
would do it for sure.
Well, it's like a tattoo at that point.
all the.
yeah, some people
I'm trying
get
to think of
bad
all the crazy
tattoos.
hairstyles. Imagine Great Ape was like a mohawk. Like what?
Yo, what if
Like
what if it
baby?
actually keeps
Yeah.
your hairstyle? Like whatever hairstyle you have, not only color, like you transform. It's like
So like I got the clean face.
Yeah,
that's-
I would know what that looked like. But
the
yeah.
like dreads with the, bro, dreads I think would go crazy.
you know like that the meme where it's like the barber working on the monkey and he's like
Yeah, That's my favorite. That's my favorite image.
you're gonna be like in the barber shop. You're like,
Right.
hey, let me run that back. Dude, it's like that's kind of clean. Like I like that.
Editor, go ahead and throw up that picture. Whatever is the monkey in the
Yeah,
barber
it's,
shop.
it's like
Would y'all hurt yourself knowing that you had this Scientology? Would you push yourself to a brick of death?
yeah.
I mean, like, think about all the broken metals you can do. I'm just like, I don't.
They got the military, bro.
Well, I would assume it's something like in the we don't know about Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball doesn't exist in this timeline because we are basically Dragon Ball, right? So we don't have any of that knowledge. We'd have to learn it from testing. Basically.
I thought they knew.
I mean,
Well,
the same.
'cause
They knew
Vegeta,
because of-
Vegeta says it.
They knew it because like what I'm about to say from just
Oh,
trial and
testing.
error.
Yeah, okay.
Like it
And
just
I was
happened.
like Vegeta, but at this
It's like-
point, like
It's like when we were born, we don't know that we naturally regenerate stuff over time.
but
We
like,
had to
let's
learn
say
it.
let's say like America was founded when we became Saiyans, so like 1776 or 87, whatever, but like 1700s. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like to now. Then
No,
it's
no,
like,
we would know for sure.
Yeah, we would know
But,
at
like
this point.
at that point, I think they would have some standards that like.
Would
nah,
you want to?
can't
What if
do
they
it.
had like a?
Who's that? How did they stop me?
I don't know.
How
I
did
feel
they stop
like
me?
it's like the same thing of like why like suicide's illegal. Like don't do it.
You gotta stop you.
Exactly, it's the same thing. It's like they're doing it just to discourage people from doing it.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
It's like
stop
if you're caught attempting it, you will be like arrested and charged for it.
No,
Mm.
you'd be sent
No.
to a psych ward.
Okay, yeah, that's different. Like that's for suicide. But I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
it's like that in the fact of if they catch you,
So,
you will be penalized.
Let's say there's like something that you could put like in your closet. If your closet's like
Oh wait.
big enough, would you want like a gravity chamber?
I don't think they would sell that to the public. I think it's like rich,
Black market.
like The Rock would have it.
The Rock would have it.
He's like, hey, on the shrimp. What's up, Instagram Live? Today we're on 400 gravity. Look at that. Look at that 400.
This nigga Goku.
Yeah.
400 was good.
I feel like The Rock he might be the strongest just solely because of how rich he is.
Yeah.
And how huge he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
money,
richer,
money
richer,
would
I
be.
guess.
He'd be like top 5 in strength of world.
Yeah.
And
He'd
at that
be
point,
actually
America's
crazy.
a superpower then. Who's really gonna challenge America? We got The Rock.
Wait, is it
Not even The Rock. Like people like.
You ever get like
No,
Joey Swole?
No, think about like
True,
those
Joey
are, no, those are
Biscuit on the
bodybuilders. Think about like actual strongmen like Brian Shaw.
Yeah.
Imagine fucking Brian
all
Shaw out here
America.
Yeah,
deadlifting
but-
like 1,100 pounds. And he's like, oh yeah, but like times 400.
We would also have to
Like,
worry
that
about
would
like
go
niggas
crazy.
in Russia. Niggas in Russia are built different.
But we'll also be a bit different.
Because we
Yeah,
have
but
this-
like some of them
yeah.
are like little.
And I think the military would go more crazy. They'd be like, all right, we're going hard in the paint now. Every
We'd have like
military go
atmosphere
insane.
battles. Like
Yeah.
people like up there like boxing.
Okay, I would join the military, bro. I'm like, it's fun.
But would it be fun though, or would it just be like mundane?
I feel like it would still be fun.
No, because like okay, so there's a thing in philosophy where it's like you can imagine yourself. I think they used a bat, so it's like you can imagine yourself in the bat's body, and you can imagine flying, and you can imagine living in a cave and hanging upside down and using echolocation. But you will never know what it's like for a bat to be a bat. You would know what it's like for you to be a bat.
yeah, I get that sentiment. But
So
I
it's
think
like it's fun for us because we can't, but like if it's them, it's like they're just flying around. It's just a normal thing.
No, I'm not saying like just the flying is the fun part. I think everything about it is fun because it in itself is an activity. That's like saying, do NFL players not have fun playing football? Yes, they probably still do. Just because they do it all the time doesn't mean they're not having fun. I think that's what it'd be similar to. Just because we
It'd be
do
less
it a lot,
fun, but
we're
it'd be-
used to it and we're just better at it. I don't even think it's less fun. I think sometimes Tom Brady has more fun playing football than we would because he just loves the game so much.
I think
Like, there's gonna be
at a
people who
certain
just love
point though,
fighting.
it's just you're gonna end up. It's just a job.
Yeah, but like they still have. I'm sure you can ask someone like who's played the game for a long time. Tom
Oh,
Brady.
yeah,
or-
for sure.
They still say they have fun. They're not saying it's mundane. So
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's also
it'll
like-
never grow old.
It's also not like life or death because it is war at that point.
Okay, yeah, but so military, a lot of people have fun in the military because of the camaraderie and all that.
Yeah, but
and
you
we're
mean-
talking about sparring. Sparring is not life or death either.
Yeah, but we're not talking about sparring. We're talking
We're
about
fighting
war.
like
No,
Russia.
he was. He said like
Oh.
aerial atmospheric battles or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, against, like, Russia.
Oh, I think it's more like training.
No, we're talking about against Russia.
I mean, yeah, you would train that, but like you also gotta like fight Russia like that.
Okay, well, yeah, that's just war then. It's just a new form of war. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying is fun.
Oh,
I thought
training like that.
Did you meant
Yeah.
the war? I'm like,
No, because you
No.
said like yeah, like Russia go dummy, and you're like yeah, we were pretty crazy. I'm like yeah, imagine like an atmospheric battle against Russia. I don't think I said against Russia. but
Yeah,
I said,
exactly. Like,
imagine
I
atmosphere-
thought you meant
like
like
contextually,
training-wise.
it's like
yeah. That's why it was just a
Yeah.
misinterpretation.
but no, I already like fighting Tyler as it is. If I'm
Exactly.
saying, bro, I'm not like, all right, run it every day, Tyler.
like-
oh no, we're going
Okay, so,
hard.
like,
Like,
now-
I'm like don't even like because we grapple and then we tap and we're done. Like I'm like I'm pound my face in with your fist, bro. Like
You don't do
I
all
want you to
that,
like
but-
destroy my nose. Like
It's like now do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, you
yeah,
agree,
if it's like a
yeah.
sparring, like I want y'all to beat my ass. I'm beating your ass too. Like we're getting strong, boys.
I'm like, all right, let's go to the stratosphere real quick.
It's like, Gabe, remember you took my pizza last night? Like right in your nose. You're like, oh my, good one.
We get like such good regenerative ability. You can just like break Eduardo's arm and he'll come back in like tomorrow.
Exactly. Like I would go dummy.
is,
I would love
is
that.
the regeneration really that good?
Vegeta, he covered his arm being broken like the next day.
But he also had the chamber too.
Didn't he also eat a sensu bean?
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm
I can't- I don't
assuming, like-
remember if he, this
Yeah,
I'm
is-
assuming if
did
we
he?
have like a place where it's Saiyans, eventually someone would develop something like a sense of
Because like if you imagine like Goku was always healing against during the Saiyan arc. He had-
Okay, also there's also people who could heal like Dende, so I guess that's why I didn't think about it.
yeah, they don't
So-
really have that good of a healing
Well, he
factor.
If
also
we're in like
had
a
the-
Dragon Ball scenario, there'd probably be people who could just heal. They'd have
I
healers.
guess.
So
Yeah.
I guess
use
our-
your key, yeah.
we wouldn't have technology. We would just have a bunch of like energy basically. So there'd be like designated healers who could just heal broken arms like that.
But we'd
I
also
guess.
have like the technology for like the healing chamber.
Yeah, I guess like the healing
Yeah.
chamber. It's because like Vegeta was always in the healing chamber. Goku was always like resting. But yeah, I see what you mean.
No, I'd have so much fun. Like that sparring would be so fun.
I think at that point our pain tolerance would be extremely more high than it is now.
Ridiculously high.
Like we're like, it's just a broken arm. It is what it is.
Yeah, I can still keep fighting. Literally, like the anime logic, like.
Yeah, you would think that.
It's like it's getting interesting.
I only have 16 broken
I
ribs.
think after a certain point of breaking your arm all the time, you'd get used to it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just-
that okay.
yeah. Because like if we're fighting Tyler every day and he just always goes for the arm bar and breaks your arm every time,
I'm like, all right, Tyler, get it over with. Because I was
the
like,
classic arm break Tyler.
Then imagine how good at like getting out of an armbar. Like you're fighting an enemy, it's like arm bar. Pathetic.
This isn't Tyler's arm bar.
This isn't his chokehold. Get off me, peasant.
yeah, I would say they still feel pain. But yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, but it's like when they're fighting, like they're all bloodied. They've obviously got broken bones. Like keep running it, keep going. That's also adrenaline too. But like
Yeah.
your tolerance should be ridiculously high.
And like, you think there'll still be people who are just like lazy and fat anyways?
Jose, yeah.
Yeah. Because
Jose has the
people will still be
potential-
lazy.
Jose has the potential now to do something with his body. He's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
but
good,
like
G.
we're more grounded in reality. But it's like you have the potential to be doing what you see people on TV doing. It's like you could do that, or you could just sit at home.
Jose
and be
watch it.
lazy.
You know how many videos of bodybuilders Jose sends me? If it doesn't go to he doesn't go to the gym and like however
Yeah,
long
I
he's
think
gone.
motivation would still just stay the same. He might be slightly more motivated, but
I don't even think slightly more because it goes back to like for us looking in, it's cool to fly, but if everyone can fly and you see someone like a flying sport, you're just gonna watch it because it's the same as like watching someone play football now.
Well, if we're all Saiyans, not everyone can fly. We can fly, but not everyone would be able to
Yeah.
fly. You still have to learn to do it. So there'll be people, if you're lazy, you just won't be able to fly because you didn't train, so you never learned that like skill. Flying is a skill. It's not like an innate ability. you
No,
get.
yeah, but
So,
I'm
like-
assuming they teach it like in school or something like that.
Nah.
Like
yeah, but who's
PE.
to say people would like, there's like failures in life.
true.
And like you can pass, like it's kind of like if it's a school thing, it's like they teach it, so you can take an archery class in middle school, pass it, but then 10 years later you're gonna be able to hit the bullseye. Probably not.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like they can lose the skill of flying because they don't practice it.
I just don't think Jose would train the same way like you, Devin, or I would train. You know what I mean?
So he'd just be seeing us fly when he'd take his little car.
I think he would know.
Go
No,
on.
I think he'd something like flight. He'd probably learn how to fly, but like it'd be like the same as like you can learn how to run. Like you know how to run, but like you can like jog, and he'd be like the jogging of flying. So it's like he'll like speed walk fly, but we're like
Speed walk fly.
Well,
we're like,
there is faster flyers. Like some people can't keep up
Yeah.
with others. So
Well, it's the same as, like,
Goku's
running.
just faster than people.
yeah, it's just the same as running. So I think like, Jose would be like the
That's like what I was
slow
saying. Like
jog.
flight competitions be good, going crazy.
Yeah, like
Like it's basically like what's not dog
You
fights?
playing
like they
bolts?
do air racing and they like
Yeah,
go under
just-
bridge and stuff like that, but like no plane. That'd be fun.
instead of Usain Bolt, you got you playing Bolt.
beam struggles.
playing
Beam struggles would be fun.
I mean, what, life or death?
I mean, it's not life or death. This is a beam struggle.
Well,
you
you're
want
just
to die.
talking about like the
Like,
Do you really think Eduardo could hold back? What if he like accidentally kills like your sister or something?
That'd be why is he beam struggling his sister? At that point, I'm like, nah.
no, but then he
you
can go
gotta
Super
die.
Saiyan. Oh, yeah.
No, because it's
I'm
like,
like,
you're having like a team struggle, and Eduardo's like, Devin's too strong, smack us away, and like kills like an orphanage.
And then you get up, you're like, these kids, Eduardo.
Like that one black kid who like thought he was a Super Saiyan.
He's like, there was that kid, I remember one video, he's like going Super Saiyan 3 at school. And he was like outside of the school. He's like, yeah, for like 4 minutes. And then he's about to pass out. He was like, yes, I did it.
What his name was.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's like Jaden.
Jaden, yeah, I
like
was the
that,
term.
yeah.
He's like, my name is Jaden, and I'm a legendary Super Saiyan.
There's one, he's like going Super Saiyan 2 for the first time, and he was telling his mom and she's like, man, stop all that yelling. And he's like
do you think that we would have a Broly? Like, what country
Obviously.
would get a Broly?
I think every country would.
Like, there can only be one Broly.
no, think about like strongmen or something. Like they just all have
Yeah, but Broly is like he's a legend. Broly is the legend. There's
everyone
only one
has
of
the
him.
legends though.
What?
So like, oh, you're talking about like there's one in like all existence.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I think it's just
the
luck of the
difference
draw
is
at that point.
there's only one Broly because the Saiyans went extinct. In this hypothetical, we didn't go extinct. We're still growing.
So you think
I
there's like a
there'd be
Broly for
more
every
Brolys.
generation?
Not even that. I think
No,
there'd
I think
be
it's
more
one for
Brolys
every
in
country.
general.
Well,
'Cause
no.
once there's one Broly, I think they would just try and replicate that and be like,
No.
all right, let's make more Brolys.
Yeah, but like
I think we just like not every country has a Usain Bolt, but like
Yeah.
Usain Bolt would be like the Broly of track.
Yeah.
So it's like something like that where it's like you can compete and you have like your own Broly, but like their Broly's better.
I guess, but if you look at things like Super, like their Saiyans never went extinct in the universe, wherever it was, and they just have Kale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's only like, I mean, I guess that's only from what we've seen. So yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
And plus,
Vegeta,
isn't it activated by like? It's not
if
just
we're
like
gonna take
innate,
Super, because Super and Z Broly are completely different. Like, not completely different, but like
different continuities.
their lores are different. Like Super Broly, the way Vegeta explained it when he saw Kale, he said that's like the real Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it's like the type C or whatever.
So
they
meaning
explained it
like
as.
that's not like, it's rare, but it's not something that like only Broly can do. It's just something no one else has done.
Makes sense.
Because they do a different type of Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it's like types.
It's like Gohan's, whereas the Gohan Unleashed or what's it called?
Talking about Ultimate.
Ultimate. Is it Ultimate?
I mean,
it's like
we call it Ultimate.
Tournament
but,
of Power. It's whatever Gohan did instead of going Super Saiyan. That's like
yeah,
it's Super Saiyan, but not Super Saiyan.
Yeah, we know it as Ultimate, but
That is what it is.
yeah.
So it's just
I think
another
called
version
something
of
else.
Super
Like,
Saiyan.
I don't know.
It's Ultimate Gohan.
Is
We
it-
used to call it Mystic because we're like, that sounds
Oh
cooler.
yeah, that's the other name.
But no, it's Ultimate. Mystics is like an American made one. We're like, Mystic's cooler. Call him Mystic
Yeah,
Gohan.
I was trying to remember which one was the American version. I knew there was Mystic and I knew there was Ultimate.
Yeah.
That was like Unleashed, but no.
But I think there'd definitely be like, it'd be like more bullying with like, oh, this thing is really driving a car instead of flying. Imagine driving a car. I gotta get to.
I gotta go to
I gotta
work.
get. Yeah, they're like those things like, yeah, imagine being like, I gotta go to work. Where's my keys? Nah, I just fly.
Honey, where are my keys?
I would actually just pull a Goku. I just wouldn't get a job. I'll just participate in tournaments. That would just be.
I
But
guess
then- but then everyone
you
has
have
to do
to
that.
win.
Devin, it's the
Yeah.
same as like a martial arts tournament here. Why aren't you in martial arts right now?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's the same.
I don't
think
know.
he's the main character, bro.
Like I said,
No, I
it's
didn't
not
say I
like,
was that win.
it's
I
not like
think
Goku's like the only Saiyan on Earth. Everyone's a Saiyan, so it's the
Yeah.
same as like everyone being human.
Yeah, but it'd be fun because like everyone has this potential to like do all this stuff.
everyone has it now to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
not
you still need money, Devin. That going to tournaments is not a reliable.
the
source
only
of
reason why I
income.
worked for Goku is because he was like that guy.
I mean, Goku.
He was that guy.
Yeah, but he didn't win any of the tournaments. So he only won like one.
Yeah, and he's broke. It's like, what?
Yeah, I'm
and
broke.
Goku also lived with Bulma
He
for
also-
a lot of his life,
and Roshi.
and then
Yeah,
he
I got-
with Chi-Chi
Yeah, I
and
got
Roshi.
y'all. I got y'all.
and Chi-Chi's
He's
like
got mooch. No,
Chi-Chi's literally
I'm
a
working my
princess.
craft, bro.
Bro, Chi-Chi's literally a princess. You know how much money she got? Her dad pulls up like, I got the money. Like,
Yeah, that was the Ox King. Yeah, I'm just live in like Tyler's basement. I'm just like
Wait, so no, I gotta get a job to support
I'm
you?
like I'm just be like practicing my martial arts. I'm like what doing?
I'm not gonna let you live in my basement. You're paying rent.
You just thought you're
You can live
Yes,
with your parents.
yes,
bro. Why
Devin.
can't you just still live with your parents? Why's it gotta be us?
I don't know.
Devin, like, you and I are the same as you and I are now. I can stop you now. I can stop you there too.
Yeah, but I have more motivation.
You don't think he
What do you
would?
think? I have motivation?
Mm.
You know how often I hit the gym? You know how hard I go in the gym now?
Yeah, but you're gonna be strength training. I'm gonna be like doing these mental things. I'm
I'm doing everything, Devin. I'm doing everything. If mental training was real and that would actually improve me, I'm a fighter now. Like, I'm going dummy.
I mean, yeah, it would be real, but you can only choose one. You can't do both.
What, strength and mental?
Yeah, you can't do
Why
both at
can't
the
you do
same
both?
time.
Not at the same time, but you can.
You have to
Focus on
allocate your time though. So it's like, what,
Yeah.
you do gym training and then go home mental training?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
you can also. It's a
How
form
you gonna
of,
have a job in that?
Well, it's a form of
though?
meditation too, so
Oh,
you can do it when
bro.
you're
How are you
sleeping.
working during that?
How you gonna work during that? That's why Devin's like thinking he's gonna be better than you because he's like, you're having a job and he's not. He's just gonna be sitting at home being a loser, training all day.
True.
I'll be. We'll both be homeless then.
I mean, Tyler could also just live with his parents. Like living with our parents is still an option.
Nah, my dad's like, you're a loser. Get out.
That's when you go fight me, father.
Remember your honor. Remember
I'm a loser. Huh? That's you in the water, like me personally. I'm not gonna let my dad call me loser.
True.
You think
That
that'd
was
be
like,
like
right.
tradition, kind of like the Viking days, where it's like you beat your father to like prove you're the next king? Do you
Probably.
think that'd be like tradition? It's like beat your father,
It's gotta be.
be like the man of the household.
Maybe.
I don't know how Saiyan culture is. Though. Would it be the same culture as us? I mean, like obviously it'd be different, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
because they
the
don't really.
Saiyan culture, because like from
Yeah.
what I remember from watching of the Saiyans that like aren't like higher up, they're just like
Yeah, there's
the
like
dudes.
there's
They're
everyday
just, like,
people.
chilling.
they're just kind of chilling.
And then there'd be like, we'd have like a royal bloodline maybe, or we still evolve to the point of having like presidents and stuff.
No,
We have a bloodline. I think it would probably end up being something like the Queen of England.
So it's like England would still have a bloodline, but we wouldn't. We'd be
Well,
the
it's like
presidents.
England. You have a bloodline, but you also have like prime minister and
let's-
stuff.
well,
And
let's
that's like you'd elect the prime
Like
minister.
she's
but
like a figurehead.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's say we just like history still plays out the way it does, just like we have like Saiyan biology now.
Like instead of like guns, it's just hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we used to have a royal bloodline, we just got rid of it.
Or we still have a royal bloodline. They just like run the military.
Yeah,
so, like,
we
they
didn't get rid of
don't
it. Queen
run
Elizabeth's
everything,
still
but like
there.
they're like head general of the military.
I guess.
And if it's like Saiyan biology, we'd be like George Washington's like great grandson's probably cracked.
God.
Because like
Yeah.
George Washington didn't have kids, right?
They did.
He did.
Yeah.
So like his bloodline would be insane, or like Genghis Khan bloodline would
Oh
go
my god,
crazy.
dude.
I
Talking
don't
about
know,
all of China?
well, like
all of
he's
Asia.
like all of Asia.
What is it like a third or something of Asia?
1/3 of Asia.
And it's called dummy.
like let's say the Genghis Khan bloodline that he like directly trained, if he trained any of them.
So like if you chose one kid out of like the bajillion, it's like
Yeah.
you're mine now.
Because it's like they'll have his blood and they have his training.
I guess it just depends on the mom too. Like
Yeah.
like peasant woman or like
Think
nobility woman.
Think about like actual fighters like Bruce Lee. They gotta go like
Mike Tyson,
I
bro.
gotta
Muhammad Ali. Yo,
That would go crazy.
Bruce. I think Bruce Lee would be a pussy though. He's too skinny.
Yeah,
all
but
he does,
now you
all he does
think
is technique. He doesn't
yeah.
worry about strength.
Yeah,
Mike
he's
Tyson's,
not
like,
very
destroying
strong.
him.
He's not like close to being
Yeah, but he has
strong.
like technique though.
Yeah, that's all he has. Technique is only so much.
The
when you're
dude can only
versing
bench
absolute
press
strength.
like 150 pounds.
Like
Yeah,
Mike
but
Tyson is
technique
snapping
goes
him like
far-
a twig.
I mean, technique carries in Dragon Ball though.
Yeah.
When there's
At a certain
it's-
point though.
when it's partnered with strength, it does.
Well, that's a big like debate. Like, there's one guy I follow on TikTok. I forget his like TikTok handle, but his name's Dawson, and he used to be like a Virginia Tech football player. He's a defensive end. He's like super strong. He's always like TikTok, and he like lifts weights, and he's been training jujitsu. And everyone's like, yeah, someone could be like half your weight in their training, and they'll beat your ass. And he's like, okay, this is me in jujitsu. He puts me in a good armbar. I just picked him up because I'm that strong. And then he doesn't have me in armbar anymore. And I just like throw him on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
at a certain point, like your strength is gonna like vastly outclass technique.
Of course.
Technique can only carry you so far.
Yeah, that's why Bruce Lee would have to also match his strength with his technique, and if he doesn't,
He's
he's not gonna be that strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying like he could close the gap with technique.
I think-
and if he was a certain like strength level.
I think Bruce Lee would be comparable to like what Tobirama did for Naruto, where he just invents a bunch of techniques that everyone like still uses to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he would do for us. And Mike Tyson would be like we're
Heavy
still
hitter.
using Naruto, would be like a Hashirama type of thing, where it's like this dude's just OP.
That needs to be stopped.
Yeah. I guess Muhammad Ali would be more like Hashirama.
Yeah, I'd say Ali would be like that.
Because Mike Tyson was just a powerhouse. Muhammad Ali was just like the GOAT.
Who would Tyson be comfortable with?
Like
like
the
A?
Red Hage or something.
Yeah, like A, yeah.
Yeah.
Just strong.
Or I guess
power.
Kurama.
I don't know about
tailed
Kurama
beast.
level, but yeah.
I mean, Kurama I think is fair because Hashirama's still above him. So it's like Tyson's
True.
not above like Muhammad Ali, but he's still strong.
Yeah, you feel forget that Hashirama just soloed all the tailed beasts.
I didn't forget.
That's crazy.
I think it's just he just had the perfect counter.
Yeah. I
Like
think
he feasibly couldn't do it, but like he just wood style just counters the.
no,
But
he
no,
couldn't.
he.
He beat all 9 of them and tamed them. He
But
could
the,
beat
but the
Kurama.
wood style like because Yamato was doing it too.
Yeah, but like
It's just
Yamato
the
was
wood-
containing him. He wasn't like
and he
beating
wasn't
him.
soloing.
No, Hashirama actually fought when Madara had control of Kurama. He fought him with the majestic armor. You forget that?
No, like he did fight that, but the technique helps a lot.
It helps,
Yeah,
but like
his technique has to be trained with his power.
Yeah.
Like
but,
Yamato's
but the
doing-
wood style cancel. It's the same thing with like Asta. Like Asta trains, but like he's just a counter.
Yeah, but it's not like
It helps a lot.
It's not like a hard counter. Like Yamato was like shitting his pants when Naruto was like.
I think it's Yamato's ass.
Yeah,
compared to
that's what we're
Hashirama.
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
so I'm
like
saying
a-
it's not a hard counter. If you give me Asta is a hard counter because it's just no matter what. Whereas wood style's not a no matter what. It's a no if good. There's a difference between them.
Hashirama was just that
Asta's
guy.
just no matter what. If it's magic, it's gone. Whereas Hashirama's wood, it's like it's good if you're good.
But
That's why no one else has
I
it.
guess it's hard to say because we've only seen 2 users.
Because it's so hard to master, which is why I think it's not a hard counter.
I don't think it's.
I mean, we've seen
Not
other people-
everyone can use wood style though.
like what Obito has it as well.
And so does Madara.
If you have Hashirama cells, you can have it. So Obito,
Yeah, I guess,
Madara,
yeah.
and
And even then, Obito doesn't use it because he knows he
Naruto
says it's
could
hard.
use
He's-
yeah, even
I'm not
Obito
saying
says
it's
hard.
easy. I'm just saying like
It's not a hard counter
it's,
though.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
a counter.
It's a very good boost as a counter.
But how?
It's
What
like
makes you think-
Pokemon. It's like super effective moves.
What makes you think wood is super effective against him though? Like
Because
what
it
about
worked.
wood? But yeah, it worked because Hashirama did it though. Why do you think wood
It worked
is
because
effective?
Yamato did it too.
But why?
He
do
was
you think-
able to taint, not taint
Yeah, he
Naruto.
sealed. He sealed it though.
But with the wood style.
But what? Also, Yamato is used from Hashirama cells, which just go to the Hashirama point. But what makes you think that wood style it just inherently stops?
Because
it?
we've seen it used twice. I'm pretty sure only twice, and then it used to suppress or fight against the tail.
But just
beasts.
because that's not like a if it happened, therefore it's the solution. Causation, or is it like causation doesn't equal?
well,
something.
no, it's correlation doesn't equal causation.
Yeah.
But that's all we have knowledge of with wood style.
We've also seen like I think a more harder counter to Kurama is a Sharingan. Wood style, I think you're just like because one person and Yamato has the cells of Hashirama. Because one person beat it doesn't mean it's a hard counter to Kurama. It just means he knew how to beat Kurama, and Yamato imitated the same style that Hashirama used.
I guess.
Yeah.
Because like Obito and Madara both have wood style, and when Madara beat Kurama, he didn't use wood style. He used the Sharingan because that's a hard counter.
He looked at that nigga like, look at my eyes.
Yeah. So I think Sharingan's more of a hard counter than wood is. With a relevant tangent though.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, who do you think would be like the strongest bloodline?
Bloodline?
I don't think you
Because
can
like
say
with Saiyans, bloodlines matter.
but I don't think you can say bloodlines for humans though.
I mean, it still like it'd get diluted eventually, but it still matters at a certain point.
I mean,
I don't think so. I think humans are just
We're okay
because
we're
we don't
still
typically
Saiyans,
we don't
we just have
typically-
human history.
I mean, I guess you could,
Because we're not
'Cause you
humans,
don't-
Tyler.
'cause
We're
you
still
have to-
Saiyans.
but you have to think about like if you're taking a human bloodline into the Saiyans, which human bloodline would be the strongest? And it's like you have to think about who generationally was strong or
Yeah.
powerful, and humans are pretty diverse. For what I guess you'd have to go like the British bloodline, the British royalty,
I mean,
because
like
they had the most
I
power.
mean, like
for
a
the
specific
longest.
person. I mean, not like a culture.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I would say,
I think you meant like
African or Samoan
like-
would probably be stronger because people like
Samoans be
because
dummy.
like yeah because like their genetics are just insane.
Every Samoan would be like a Broly.
Yeah, give Samoans some steroids and it's over.
I think.
yeah, I gotta think.
Because like
You
I think
already
it'd have to
named
be
it
like Conor McGregor would be kind of dummy.
I mean, at that point, just any fighter, like any like, UFC fighter, not any, but like some of like the tops.
Yeah, like him. I don't know.
I don't know, I can't think of it off the dome.
But conflict with other countries still like exist. I mean, I
Yeah.
know it would exist, but like
Well, I thought you said earlier, it's like everything's exactly the same. It's just instead of guns, we use
Like all the
Same.
events still played out
exactly the same. Yeah,
similar-ish.
as similar as you can get.
Yeah,
with
as similar as you
different-
can
yeah.
get.
imagine like aliens invading.
We beat the
We are.
rest.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say we are aliens, but like.
But
I guess
who's invading
not.
us? Like Frieza?
I
Is he
don't
pulling up?
I mean,
We're
if we don't-
bodying them.
we just lose.
I mean,
No, we
do we though?
wouldn't.
Why wouldn't we?
We've trained for
the
longer than
Saiyans-
Saiyans have.
Well, because
yeah, I
not
guess
only
it is.
longer, but the Saiyans are also they kind of split up where it's like you have your fighters and you have your smarts, and if we just didn't really do that, then like we'd be fine.
I mean, we have
Also
no,
think
we
our
have no
population-
scientific advancements. Is that what you're
Our
saying?
population vastly dwarfs the
No, we
size
would
of
do
the
both.
Saiyans did versus like I know their planet was bigger than us, but if you look at like the Saiyan army that took on Frieza's army, looks way smaller than our population.
it was like a couple thousand.
But even then, though,
Yeah.
the power cliff between Frieza and like the Saiyans was insane. But I guess.
I don't know, man. For the Frieza pulling up on us, like still trying to body us. I don't know. I'm depressed then. If Frieza pulls up and he's still like our dad,
He's our dad.
like he's like, nah, nigga, I'll put you in your place real quick. Oh my god,
Oh my
bro.
God.
Every time Frieza come, I'm mad, bro. I'm like, oh my god, what is this nigga? What?
So,
Man, we could feasibly just all like try to gangbang the dude.
I
like,
think that's what I'm
seven
saying. Like, I
bullies.
think it'd just be like a King George situation. We just team up and revolt. We'd be like, nah, we're not taking this anymore.
We're not.
so would it hit?
We send them a
different-
letter.
So would it hit different? Because we still have like obviously different races as like human Saiyans.
Yeah.
So like he pulls up and like get out of my way, filthy monkey. Like would you be like, Would that like have like a
What?
double meaning for it, or just be,
No,
like, the
I
same as
don't. I
normal?
don't think the monkey racial term would exist if we actually
If
were
we're actually
monkeys.
all
Because we're all
Yeah.
monkeys.
It would have.
Yeah.
There'd have to be something else. Like I'm not gonna say it, but like there'd be other terms that still exist. So if Frieza
Yeah.
said that, then yeah.
Would it be like
But then you would also
why are you targeting one race instead of?
yeah, and you also think about the
He
sense
like goes to Mexico. He's like, I hate these Saiyans the most. I'm like, what do you mean by that, Frieza?
What's that? Beans? Refried beans?
Like Frieza, what do you mean by that?
But if you think about it, like since we are divided, because like the world's divided now, there'll be some people who are like Frieza supporters.
Yeah,
No,
like, there's
I
neo-Nazis.
I think
Yeah,
it
no,
would,
that means like
it would be like few and far between. Because if it's like I'm gonna come enslave your world and destroy it, everyone's gonna be like, so like Russia, like, we're beating his ass, right? Like yeah, we're
No,
not
but
gonna-
some people,
but
like,
you
some
gotta
people-
think about like the slavery term of like there's still black slaves who like in Django, Samuel L. Jackson's character, where they go to the white side because they want to be like, ooh, I'm with him. There'll be people like that who be like, I'll go with Frieza because he's the more powerful guy.
Yeah.
I'll team up with him.
there'll be countries who are like, yo, we don't mess with that guy. That
Yeah, like low-key, I'm not gonna call out any names of countries, but there might be some countries who are like, we're gonna side with Frieza because that's the better option.
yeah.
they'd be like the Vegeta, where it's like he goes
The
free-
Vegeta, I guess.
he does, like,
Vegeta
Frieza's-
like uses them.
Yeah,
So we
Vegeta
can
didn't
kill
really
him,
have a
though.
choice. The nigga blew up his planet.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it-
he had a
it-
choice:
He was like, what's the choice?
Run.
escape, run.
I guess.
Like,
was
is
off
Frieza
planet.
really gonna find them if he just runs?
No, like
Probably
him,
not.
him and Nappa were, or him and Raditz were. Was it Raditz? No, it was him, Nappa, and Raditz were off planet.
Yeah,
like
on a
they could have
mission.
just been like going there, like just keep escaping.
Like, there's no real way Frieza could just find them. Look
It's
at
not like
like,
they had tried.
in,
I mean,
Broly, in the Broly movie. Broly escaped. Frieza can't find that nigga.
I mean, to be honest, they were lied to. There's like a meteor hit their planet.
Yeah.
And then Vegeta finds out later, like, that was no meteor. Because some, like, random alien, like, ha, remember when Frieza blew up that guy's planet? That was funny. Vegeta overheard, started crying.
Would you cry?
I would. I'm like, everything I know is a lie. my whole race is gone.
So like, what if like Jowp is like the Ginyu force basically?
Oh my god, I don't want to be
Why
a
would the
Vegeta.
Ginyu Force? Why are we gonna
Like-
like Ginyu Force? Why can't we be like someone cool?
Because there's no cool groups in Dragon Ball.
I mean,
the Z Fighter. What could be the,
the
Z
Z
Fighters?
fighters.
We could.
No, now Gabe thinks we're like Ginyu Force joke.
Because I'm Ginyu, right? Eduardo's like Jace.
Why is he James, bro? I'm not
You're
Gudo.
Gudo.
Oh my god.
Tyler be like Birder.
I can see Tyler's Raccoon.
Raccoon would be like Eddie.
Why?
The Raccoon's a Coomer.
True. Is Eddie a Coomer?
I mean, he's tall. He looks like Raccoon a little bit.
No,
He
that's
kind
not
of talks like Raccoon.
It's not asked at all. I said, is he a Coomer?
Okay.
But, okay. We pose like them too, but like, layer thing.
That's up to you.
If I'm Gudo, I'm a villain.
I mean, he is.
I can stop time.
He is
Okay.
a villain.
Gudo didn't utilize his powers correctly.
But it's just as long as you can hold his breath, right?
I'm spamming that. I'm like,
I like to think though in Dragon Ball, I don't think it's too far fetched. I think a certain power cliffing, it just wouldn't work. Like I don't think you could just stop time on Frieza.
I mean, no, it wouldn't work.
because in Dragon Ball they just have this thing where it's like if you're strong, hacks just don't matter.
Yeah, there's certain resistances.
Like-
Because like
Goku and
like Boo turned Vegito into chocolate and he's like, okay, I'm still Vegito. Like it didn't matter. So I
Yeah.
think at a certain point your hacks just don't matter if someone's just that much stronger.
Like Goku and Hit, where
Yeah,
it's
but-
just like
Well, no, Goku was affected by it. He just predicted.
Yeah,
it.
he's able to predict. Like
That's not the
a
same,
proper person would be Jiren, because Jiren was just that guy.
Yeah, Jiren actually said no to
oh
it.
yeah.
Jiren was like, no, I don't think I'm stopped.
I'm that guy. He looked at him. He was like, and he broke out of it.
Yeah.
I saw this.
It's like, what would you do if you're like, guys, we're about to overthrow Frieza. Stop time. Frieza's like, what are you doing?
I'm like, I'm like, what can you move?
Yes, sir, Lord Frieza.
I just wanted to only talk to you.
I wanted to tell you that these guys are revolting. I can't believe
These
it.
guys are bugging.
Snitching, bro.
These guys are bugging. It's Frieza. He's moving.
Lord Frieza, I caught them. I caught I caught them. I was their spy.
He can't talk, or I guess he can talk. He just can't breathe.
Yeah, he's like, Lord Frieza, I got them.
No, yeah, I was like, I'll just be looking at him. I mean, I guess nah. I'm saying I'm telepathic, but I'm not. He should know.
He can telekinesis. He's telekinetic.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up
with
rocks.
dirt
I'm like,
only.
I'm gonna draw messages in dirt. I'm like, I gotta breathe.
It's like,
Yeah, look at look at.
They're bugging. I thought we were gonna have to run your fate, Devin.
Okay, you know, my face. What Frieza behind me?
Assuming we don't immediately die, we're beating your ass. And then Frieza's probably gonna be like,
Frieza's
yes,
killing you, Tyler.
he's killing you too.
Nah.
He's not gonna save you. He's like,
Nah.
yeah, because you're like, I was a spy. Like, so how would you know that they were revolting?
He was, yeah, I'm like, I'm a spy.
And then he said like, I don't believe you.
Frieza's
It's Frieza.
Yeah, but he's taking up people before.
It's Frieza.
He will see my abilities as useful.
Not really. He's like, if I can get past it, they can get past it. So I'm not gonna.
They did it though. They did it. You're frozen.
As far as he knows, we're faking. As far as
As soon as he kills you, we go, yeah, we weren't frozen.
we were just
You're that much
faking.
stronger than me. No, you're that
No,
much.
we are, but we lie.
Yes.
Why is Frieza gonna doubt us?
Because that, like, if we were to do a sneak attack and you were to like freeze time and like we were just like. Yeah, that'd be the perfect opportunity to do it. Because it's like time's
but
frozen.
I think you can look around the world and be like, why is the whole world like stuck?
We're all faking.
We're all fake. Nah, he's not
You know how, like,
all faking.
You know how like paranoid Frieza is of the Super Saiyan during the Frieza, the
He's
Namek
not
saga?
thinking they're all
Yes,
faking.
he would say like, they're plotting. I'm not trying. Like he's
No.
not. Yes.
That's such a high. That's such. I don't
He
know
was-
where
no.
I'm looking for it.
He was so paranoid. He was so paranoid about the Saiyans revolting. So he was like,
Only because of the legend.
yes, and it's like. It's not beyond belief to say like just in the small area we're in, we're all just faking it. That's feasible.
Under those same principles.
Can I do my change now with you and get your ability? Because when Ginyu went to like Goku, he couldn't do Kamehameha, could he, or could he?
No, because it's a technique.
It was a technique,
Something-
and
yeah.
we don't know if Guru's abilities are a technique or something his race can do.
Yeah.
So it's a hypothetical.
If it's a racial thing, like I would get it, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
but because it's a technique, you don't.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like he couldn't just like teleport because it's a technique.
Wait, yeah, try to change now, me?
Yeah, I was gonna change it now. You'd be like, yeah, now I could do it too.
Yeah, but now you're weaker.
Only physically.
Yeah, what's stopping me from just beating you up?
I'm stopping time.
Yeah, but on the same principle,
And
I
you
just
go
break out
to, no,
of it.
Devin, he goes to punch you, he goes change now, and he punches you. Then what?
No, because what I would do is I do like a whole triangle thing. I'd like change now into you. Or actually, wait, no.
What?
Yeah, I would change now into you, flip it, I'm making you the frog. Like
How
I'm
would-
doing
how
a
would you
whole
do
like
that?
chain. So I'm going into you, you're going into me,
And you guys like
then
a
I'm
little
going into the
frog?
frog, and then going in back to me.
I would let you do that. You know how long it takes? I'm
You're
not
gonna see
saying
it
I
all.
want you to
I'm
do
gonna
it.
have Tyler distract you.
Why are y'all teaming up against me? What are we doing?
Because
here?
you're a
Because you're
villain.
training.
Alright, no,
You're
yeah,
saying
that's
Frieza, I got them. You're a
that's
snitch.
hindsight. Y'all don't know that.
No, we know. We big brained it.
We know
Me and
you.
Tyler were talking. We're like, Loki, I think Devin a snitch. And I was like, true.
We like Batman contingency. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, if he does this, we're doing
We do
this.
this, right?
Yeah.
You got the frog, right? Tyler,
Yeah,
I
and
got
then
the
like,
frog.
What do you want me
we
to do?
do
I'm
that?
looking at Frieza.
Devin,
I'm like,
Devin, you unfreeze time. Frieza goes, "Is this true?" I'm like,
what do you want me to do? What
I'm like, Frieza, watch this. We had this whole planned out. Change now.
"Lord Frieza, we got you."
Now you're a frog.
What do you all want me to do? I'm looking at Frieza and he's just moving in time. Like,
Just
oh,
resume it. Resume it and act like nothing happened.
Just be like, no, resume.
You
like,
don't have to
guys,
stay
what are
in
we doing? What are we
pause time.
doing, guys?
What are y'all about to do?
Just resume it and be like, oh, that was an accident. I didn't mean the pause time. Simple.
Yeah, but we still pulled up saying, yeah, we're gonna fight you, Frieza. I'm like, yeah, watch this.
Why did we pull up saying that? why are we announcing what we're doing?
We're a group flying towards Frieza. What are we doing?
We're
Giving
gonna
him
say
a report or something.
Yes.
He's not gonna assume we're trying to fight
He
him.
doesn't know us.
He does know we're his force.
We're the Jowp force.
Because the way it was first originally meant, I thought Tyler said like we're like here to fight you or something.
No, we just like pull up and fight.
Oh, we're just pulling.
Yeah,
up
we're
and
gonna
I freeze
pull up and
time.
fight
He's
him.
gonna be like, oh, what you doing? Oh, my bad, Frieza.
But that's the thing. That's the thing though. Is like,
You're gonna come up to us like, no shot, guys, no shot, not today.
that's what I was saying. Is like when
Yeah,
when
how
he
do you explain the situation to us?
I was like crying.
when he know that time is frozen.
Because like as soon as he does it and he sees Frieza moving, resumes it, we're like, Devin, what'd you do?
I'm like, I was doing.
Devin goes, Devin's like, he's right behind me, isn't he?
At that point, Frieza's speeding the TV. He's like, what you doing, nigga? I'm like, it was a mistake. I promise.
What? But that's the thing is like, if he's able to overpower it, would he know that time is frozen?
Yes, he
Yeah.
can just
How?
look around.
Because he's just so strong and he would see that nothing else is moving.
But that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, it's not beyond reason that within the area Like we're
all pretending.
yes.
Frieza's not that dumb, Tyler. He's not assuming that we're all just like.
I mean, Loki, the Ginyu Force are kind of retarded. He might think we're posing.
We're holding it the whole time.
Seven, you said you pulled up and went.
I guess it would depend on the environment. Because if say he's in like a hallway where there's no one else,
he wouldn't.
He wouldn't know. But if it's like we're on a planet with a bunch of like other stuff moving and then everything just stops, yeah, he would know.
Okay. I mean,
also no, and like in Dragon Ball, you kind of feel when a technique is being used though.
Yeah, he would struggle a bit. He's like, oh crap, I can't move for a second. And then he'll break out of it.
Yeah, he'd be like, what happened? And then Devin's like,
I'm just gonna sit there. I'm like,
Devin's like, Frieza's gonna be like, someone has the ability to freeze time. I'm like,
can I breathe? I'm like, breathe.
The instant you breathe, he's like,
freeze up.
Why can he sit if I'm breathing?
Because if there's nothing else going on, and then you see yours just. He's gonna look.
He's like,
no one, like everyone's perfectly still, and you're like.
he's like, Devin, I know you're the only one who choose 5 gum. That was you.
I'm like, I don't know what the term is.
Depressed?
Flabbergasted? the phrase, like, of like 5 gum, the commercials, I don't forget how it went.
How it chooses to feel.
Yeah, like
how it feels to chew 5 gum. That's your meme, like Devin, like it's how it chooses.
I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna keep it real to you. It was an accident.
Sometimes I just hold my breath. I just wanted to see.
Then he goes, but you can hold your breath without using technique, though.
Can I?
I don't know.
I would assume.
And I'm like, you think you're telling me what I could do? Watch this.
You're gonna talk like that to your mask? Oh, you're crazy, bro.
No,
we're gonna leave it. We're gonna be like, Frieza, we're not associated.
No,
with
we're
him.
gonna pull up and be like, okay, no one say anything. We're gonna sneak attack him. We're gonna punch him. Devin's like, I'm gonna run your fade. You're dead,
As soon as you say that and then you freeze time, I'm like, oh my.
Gabe's like,
the tear is frozen.
And Dave was like,
he's like, why can you move?
No, because like the thing is, like, if you said that, you're not gonna be like middle of the pack. You're gonna be in the front, and you're gonna see him move, and it's like you have to turn around to make sure we're moving. So you're like,
like my power working. I'm like, oh my god, it's working.
So that you know that you're not frozen.
Damn,
that's tough.
That would be tough.
I think I'd actually cry.
Yeah, you would have no choice.
I just be like
well, at that point, we wouldn't know until after it happens.
At that point, I'd just be like, I gotta try the ones, I guess.
The Ginyu face there's no chance against Frieza.
No, but like, I'm not gonna die a bitch. Like, at least try.
I'm gonna try the change now. I'm about to try it.
Devin's like, change now.
I'm about to be like, Frieza, what's Devin doing? Devin's bugging. Change.
But isn't that a technique too, or is that innate to his
It
race?
is, but I don't like. If he did it to Goku, I would assume it's something you can't just say no to. Like, if you catch him off guard, you can get him.
Yeah, you
like,
can hit. You can hit anyone with it. But if Frieza look at the beam, like, what's nigga doing?
Nah. That's like it worked on Goku because he wasn't like expecting. He was caught off guard. So I think if I can catch Frieza off guard, it would work.
Be like, well, at that point, you're like a good member of his crew. Like, he trusts you, and you walk up and say, Lord Frieza, change now.
Yeah, but it's not instant though. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like you can get
beam.
close enough, so it's like, you know?
I guess.
Maybe catch him when he's sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm like throwing up in his mouth.
Yeah, that's how he does it. He comes out of his mouth.
He's like, he wakes up, he's like in your body, you're like,
Yeah, I was trying to think like what other cool techniques, but like the other ones are just like strong. Like Krum's just a strong fighter, and Jace is just Jace. He has a combo.
Murder's fast.
Bird just, I mean, he's fast. He's fast with parentheses.
So let's say like you did Ginyu him and you became Frieza. Would you?
I'd be as strong as him physically.
But would you like keep being Frieza, or would you be like, I'm gonna change?
No, he's him.
Yeah.
But he's saying like, would I continue what Frieza's doing though?
Would you like? I like this life. I'm comfy.
I mean, I'm royalty. Why would I not be comfy?
So, but like, would you be like, but I'm gonna help the people because you were the people. But then, like, what would you do?
First, I'm gonna kill Frieza in my body real quick.
Hey, I'm like, yeah, you gotta die, dude.
Because he's gonna rise up. He's gonna have to die. Alright, you're dead. I'm gonna look at Devin. I'm like, don't ever try that stopping time nonsense again.
What do I? You're Frieza. I'm like, this does nothing. Besides, we're chill. I have no grudges against you. I'm like, alright, stop home to me.
I don't know. I don't trust Devin. I have to kill Devin too.
You don't have to kill me, bro. We're chill. We're chilling.
I don't know, man. You always talking about I got contingency plans against. I gotta kill you, bro.
I gotta stop time, and then you can clearly break out of time. That's my only contingency plan.
You can just get stronger.
You could get stronger.
No, we're chill though.
Nah, but
I
you
don't
could
trust
you
you.
could like keep training. So it's like I'm not gonna let Gabe down. I'm gonna keep
But
getting
we
stronger.
already-
And one day you're like, and Gabe's like,
Yeah.
We already discussed, bro. Prep time, Devin, ass.
Yeah.
I have no reason to prep time against you. We won. Our only prep time was against Frieza. We won.
There's bigger bads. It'd be
Yeah,
like,
and you can handle them because you're Frieza.
bro.
Frieza only does
Yeah,
so
so I'll
much.
kill you. So I don't need you.
Yo, why? We're chilling.
We're not chilling. Me and Tyler and Eduardo are chilling. You're not chilling. You're a
Why
villain.
am I not chilling?
Because you always have these like backup plans. Like I gotta stop time and kill him. I
Yeah,
don't
for
trust you.
Frieza, because Frieza enslaved our people. You're not
But he is
enslaving our
Frieza.
people.
No,
Yeah,
in
but
this
he's
situation,
gay.
we were the Ginyu Force. He didn't enslave us. He enslaved the Saiyans.
He
not
was chilling
us.
with us.
Oh, like we're not Saiyans no more. We're just getting
Actually, we were.
This was the new hypothetical. We were the Ginyu Force. Remember? So we were chilling.
Yeah, but Frieza's kind of whack for enslaving people.
See,
calling
and
them
you might think
monkeys.
I'm whack. So I'm like, nah.
Why would I think that, bro? We're
don't know.
homies.
Sometimes
I
you
didn't
change
know
your
Frieza
minds.
like that.
Yeah, but
What if Gabe sees it as like freeing them, not enslaving them? But like in your mind, it's slavery. You're whack.
I'll be like, hey, homie. Like, we're still a council. We just talk about it. Like, hey, let's talk about
And he
this.
says, "Quit talking, peasant."
I'm like, that's crazy. And I'll be like, Tyler, you hear you talked about me, bro? It's kind of crazy.
I'm like, "Yeah, talk about you, not me." I'm like,
Here he is,
I'm like,
here he is.
what am I gonna do to him? Am I gonna fight him? I'm gonna
I
run
didn't
him
think you had to
once?
fight him. I was like, yo, Tyler, you look like hurt my
Okay,
feelings.
okay. Hey, Gabe, you hurt his feelings. Stop. Stop, peasant.
I-
Now I'm a peasant. I was eating my soup. I was having a good time. But now, like, I'm the bozo.
I would just fall in line.
I got
'cause
egg
wouldn't
on
have a
my
choice.
face.
I look at Tyler, I'm like, this isn't you. You don't care
No,
about
I say,
Devin.
there's like speed blitz behind me. You're like, hand on my shoulders. Like, you need to sit down. I need you to sit down. I'm like, yes, sir.
Oh, it's
I'm
crazy.
gonna need you to
bro.
log off.
It's like, you do like the hand thing where it's like, I'm gonna need you to log off.
I just think that we're all chill and we're your council now.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust you.
Do
though.
you need a counsel?
You always, probably not.
You're Frieza.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't think I'd be
I just go to.
Frieza.
I
Like,
just,
I would just have his strength. I'm not gonna like be Frieza.
Also, like, you're Frieza like level.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I would just go like live
I
a
don't know.
job.
Maybe I'll just let his force go. I'll be like, all right, Frieza force disbanded. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
chill
would
now.
just. Or let's get like a minimum wage job. I'm like, all right.
Minimum
Like,
wage.
welcome to Frieza Burger. What can I get you?
Welcome to the Frieza Burger, home of the Frieza Burger.
Like, what job can I get? I can stop time. I'm like, what job am I getting?
Fast food would actually be nutty with stop time. You'd be
I'm like, watch this.
You
"Oh,
could, do,
here's
like,
your food."
you could do like that pizza delivery system where it's like if we don't get there in 30 minutes,
I'm always getting there.
yeah, you
That'd
just
be-
go dummy on it.
Yeah, I'd be nutty.
You be their #1 driver.
Yeah. I'm like, Devin. I'm like, I got you.
Devin, this place is like an hour away. Don't worry, I'm getting there.
You should start passing out though.
Yeah, probably.
I can,
Hypoxia.
He just has the oxygen tank with him. And he's like,
I mean, no, I can just time out to go. I just go. I can just space them out.
Devin, do you know what hypoxia is?
What do you mean?
It's when you have a limited amount of oxygen. When you take a shallow breath out, you're only breathing X amount of carbon dioxide out, so your CO2, O2 levels get off balance,
But
and
I'm
you'll
saying-
eventually pass out.
Yeah, but
you
I'm
have to like to like restore it, and it's like that's wasting time.
Yeah, but like 30 minutes, like I can stop time for like, I don't know. I can space it out where it works. I can
I
make
guess
it
we'll
work.
see.
like he wouldn't be able to make like a 10-hour drive in 30 minutes, but like I think an hour he could probably do.
Hour there, hour
Hour to
back,
30?
or 30 there.
No,
Okay.
like yeah, like getting 30 there.
Because I don't need all it. What
can
matters
half
is
the
the
time.
minutes. Those minutes is crucial.
Mm-hmm. If as long as he can hold his breath for, honestly, it's like maybe it's an hour there, but that's like encountering traffic. But if he stops time, no one else is moving. He can just like speed and not have to worry about anything else.
True.
What
Do
do
like
you-
100 miles an hour.
Bike, car. What are we
I mean, I can
doing?
fly.
True. he
Yeah,
can
but
also
that
fly.
takes energy though. It takes oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can fly faster than like the normal. Like,
Yeah, but it still takes. I'm assuming it would take a comparable amount of oxygen.
no, we'll see.
We'll see. How are we gonna see?
Devin's like,
Like, all right, y'all.
It's like I'm plotting up something real quick.
Devin's like, oh, you see these 7 balls I have?
Is he this portal I'm about to open? Yeah, let's see.
Devin, what would you do if you're like leaving the studio one day? You just see me like, all right, see y'all, and I open up my backpack. You see like 7 Dragon Balls come out.
And they're all like, wow, wow,
And, like as soon as
wow.
you go, you're like, that's weird. You go down to your car, and the sky turns black, and you see a Shenron come out.
I'm knocking on your door, but hey, cuz, what you doing in there?
And Gabe goes, I want a BBL.
Bro, no. You think I'm gonna
big
answer
booty
the door? But
Latino.
I'm talking to Shenron. I'm not gonna talk to you.
I just wait till after your wish is done. I'm
Then
hey,
they- then they go away.
But like, what you wish for? It's
like,
probably
that
if
wasn't
knowing
me.
you, that'd be cool. But like, hey, we all have powers now.
I'm like, no, that wasn't me. I didn't use Shenron.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
my neighbor.
Okay, but then I would be like, who am I to question you? I'm like, all right, cool.
You saw the Dragon Balls.
I'm not gonna question a nigga who had the Dragon Balls. I'm like, cool.
How
I'm
yours
just gonna
not fake,
walk. I'm
though?
like, have a nice day, brother.
And I go, I hand you head or something like, do you believe me, Devin?
And he goes like this, he
I
picks you
start
up.
squeezing.
He goes like this, he picks you up. And he's
I'm
like,
like,
raising.
what if I don't?
Snap.
Why? Why am I dying?
I'm not killing you. This is your shoulder, Devin. I just broke your shoulder.
I'm being like, why? I did nothing to you.
Would you
We
be
were,
like,
we
I
were
served
chilling
you,
2
man?
minutes ago.
Like, were we though?
We were. I don't know. In every scenario, you gotta take me out.
Because you're always being suspicious. Of
You're
me,
always like, I gotta have a contingency plan.
yeah.
Like
if you
Devin
just
prep
didn't do
time
that, I'd be like,
cracks.
he's chilling. There's a reason I don't kill anyone else. No one else says I gotta like stop Gabe.
I'm just saying, bro. No one's gonna be like, I gotta take out Batman, bro. Like Batman's
Yes,
chilling.
they do.
I'm chilling.
They go, like, I gotta take a Batman. He's a menace.
Who does that?
We talked about that. The
Joker.
reason why people like Batman, Superman. The reason why
How
the
about the
villains
niggas he
exist.
surrounds himself with? I know y'all.
Wonder Woman,
You didn't say we gotta take him out.
Injustice.
That's different.
How's
They're
different?
at odds. Me and you will never be at odds. I'm like, all right, Gabe, we're chill. I might be petty towards you, but we're petty
Why?
towards. I don't know. We're petty towards each other for no reason.
What would you think, Tyler? If like you saw me make the wish, but like I deny it.
Deny the wish or deny that you made the wish?
I deny that I made a wish, but you guys all
Um,
clearly saw me do it.
Like I saw you like, hey, what's up, Shinron?
Yeah.
Alright.
Like, you guys didn't
Um,
hear what I said, but you clearly saw that I was talking to Shenron.
First off, I'm having my camera out. I'm recording that shit.
Yeah.
so like I'll be like, this you?
This is
And then-
crazy.
And
But
then
yeah, I
I'll be
was
like,
talking to him, but I didn't make a wish.
but he doesn't go away to make a wish, right? You can't just be like, go away, leave.
No,
Shinron.
I'll be like, I was talking to him, but I didn't summon him.
Mm.
He just looked at me and was like, yo, what's up? And I was like, hey. And then he went back to the guy who was wishing.
I'm assembling the Jowp Pirates.
What are we doing? He made like.
We're finding the Dragon Balls. What do you mean? What are we doing?
Oh, yeah,
True, they exist.
Yeah, true. They do exist. How would I locate them?
I'm gonna find a way.
How? They go on the edges of the earth.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Tyler? I'm coming broke? Are we,
I'm making a dragon radar.
how would you do that? How would
I'm
you
gonna figure it out.
How would you even begin to do
It's
that?
a world with Dragon Balls, Devin. I'm gonna figure it out. What do you mean? How?
Well, let's say like all of a sudden they spawn in, and then what are you doing?
If Bulma can do it,
Bulma can do it. She lives in a world where Dragon Balls already existed. She knew it existed. She had a physical one in her hand, and then she made a radar.
okay, so I'll just find one.
That's a crazy statement, Tyler. Who would have stumbled upon one?
It's happened before.
And who's to say, like, after the sky goes black, like, world leaders be like, what's going on? And then, like, why do, like, a world leader accidentally gets one? Because, like, they just go in random places.
But how would they know that it's a Dragon Ball though?
I don't know.
Unless they
culture?
watch the show.
Pop culture,
yeah.
yeah. They
Someone
look
can
at
tell
it and be
them.
like, hey, look
But at the end of
this.
the day, what are they gonna do with one? I think once they separate, no one's ever making a wish ever again.
Yeah, but once they
The
separate,
world is not agreeing to let someone have 7.
But
So
that's-
as soon as they separate, there's never gonna be another wish.
but that's the thing though. Like once one like powerful person has it, they have the more resources to get it than like Tyler.
Yeah.
But I figured out.
Why are you the main character?
I'm always the main character, Devin.
Cap.
I'm the main character.
At that point, your best bet of getting them would be me, because you don't know what I wish for. I could
Nah,
like
I'm
potentially
like
get them
Gabe. Come on, cut the shit.
Gabe,
what are we doing?
Gabe actually
here?
wished for a dragon radar.
back. I wish for a dragon. I don't think that'd be useful to me, because like sure I know where it is, but can I get it?
Yeah, like what's the ball in Russia? How Gabe getting to Russia? He'd be like, hey brother.
Let me just chill and get back here real quick. What like when we went to Area 51? I can't get in there.
True.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think once someone makes a wish, you're never getting another wish again, because the world is not gonna agree you
would
can get
have,
all 7.
You would have to make it like that one wish count.
Yeah.
What would
I
you?
would.
So what would be
What would
that
you-
one wish to make it
Yeah,
count?
what would you wish for?
It'd be a good one for sure.
Is there a reason you're not telling us?
But yeah, if you enjoyed that episode
What?
of the JRWP podcast, you can find us on Spotify, Anchor, follow us on TikTok as well. Like, comment, subscribe. we enjoy when you guys actually comment, and we'll see you next time.